Live from the Loki studio for this Thursday, the 20th of June, it's Back Pocket. Brought to you as always by our profound and thought-provoking Back Pocketeer patrons. This week starring Steph Bendixson,
If you really want to make a point, you can be like, and that's what I think.
Peter Burns,
All right, I think I'm finally at where I should have been.
Simo's coming down too.
I'm what?
Oh, get you! Jesus, who the did that?
I don't know, man.
Guys, I just...
Ruby Innes,
It's like Lemon Demon type era? Or...
There it is.
It's Neil Caesarea. What the f***?
Lemon demons.
Are you serious?
and special guest Habbo Hotel enjoyer and content creator Laws.
Jack and Sally.
And behind the scenes is Josh, Will, and Ben. This week on the show, we get some A-list head jobs. Fuck me. And face some big challenges. Now get ready, it's time for Back Pocket.
Welcome to Back Pocket. We hope you're feeling hydrated and good. Or bad?
That was.
It's okay to feel bad, but we
Yeah.
hope not.
We hope you're not
hope
feeling
not.
bad
Hope
right
you're not
now.
bad.
Or if you are feeling bad, we hope that this is going to make you feel really, really good.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. We have, of course, joined by the beautiful, the lovely Loz.
Hello,
Hey,
this is me.
yeah,
I'm
welcome
Love.
back.
Thank you,
Welcome
guys.
back.
That was like a big version of this.
It's like this.
You got this?
Or like.
you
What's
got
the
you
next?
got
And
this.
then that. Yeah.
Or
But you
this.
also got this.
You got these.
Yeah.
But you also got this. But
And then you
there's a
also,
new one.
That's
you
also-
also got this.
Oh, the-
That's
yeah.
because
also
it's like
M.
your cheek is the other polar half.
And then we can also do this.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
no,
so
we do it.
cute.
Stay together.
And one of you does a thumbs up.
Yeah, like this, like this.
Nice.
How you going, babe?
That's so lovely.
Good. I'm actually very excited to be here.
Petey's in the tiny tunnel. Weird Pete's
Yeah.
voice.
It's so
Did
good
I
to
fuck
have
something
you.
up?
Pete's mic is effed.
What'd you do?
Josh,
just
tell me if I
kick
fucked
off.
something up.
Can I tell you one time
Sounds good to me.
when I was at E3, it was during the Galaxy black milk tight leggings era.
Oh,
So I was wearing those. And,
As you
and-
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was at the Devolver Digital, like, outdoor, like, cool area. And there was a black guy there who was like, cool tights. And I was like, thanks. And then he put his fist out and I thought he was going to shake my hand. So I went to shake it and then I went, oh. And then I went, I'm sorry. And then I went to go to the fist thing. And then it was like, by that point, he was like, he'd pulled out of it. And then I kind of tried to grab his hand awkwardly. And he was like, it's fine.
Just
And I was
went
like,
past it.
Sorry guys, I found out what it was.
What was it?
You had
was-
a robot effect on?
No, it was just getting doubled really quickly.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's
It's because we filmed a playback yesterday, Peter.
Oh, so you
So-
fucked up.
Very Josh behavior, if I may say so.
likely thing for Josh to do.
Okay, all right.
Okay, fine, sure.
Josh is very good at his job.
Absolutely, yes.
We swear.
Yeah.
We would have picked that up. Oh, maybe we wouldn't have picked that up in testing because you can't hear it. So
No.
I'm glad you're here to test.
Yeah.
It's a chaotic start to the episode. We haven't done, again, we didn't get time to do a full run through of the show. That's the first time I saw the intro.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That was a wild intro.
Yeah.
There was like intentional breaks. They were cut to black at one point.
I enjoyed those very much.
They were cut to black at one point. The green screen cut.
They weren't intentional breaks.
The
They
cut-
just
the cuts
happened,
black
and then
for- we
we'll
left
use
them
the
in
stuff.
intentionally.
This is what happened. Every time I do a VO read, Gus comes up behind me and tickles me
tickles you, yeah.
during my VO read.
Oh,
You
that's
did a little giggle?
nice.
I love to know that you're ticklish, Josh.
That's so cute.
As
Okay,
if,
then.
look at him. As if
Dude,
he's like,
yeah, on the face.
that's the most ticklish man I've ever seen in my
On
life.
the cheek, yeah, there you go.
I don't know what it is about
Man.
Gus, but he can't do it. He's like,
It's because he hasn't.
What?
It's because he
He's
hasn't
got the
found love.
Italian hands out again. He's got
Yeah,
the
this is
Italian
what he
hands
calls
out.
his-
I don't think you heard.
What are they called? Love fingers.
Oh.
Are they?
Is that what you call
That's what he. That's what he called them yesterday. His love fingers.
his
Um,
love fingers.
I do want to
Yeah, don't worry about
apologize
that. God,
to.
typical man.
I do actually want to
You'll hear about
apologize
this.
to Out of Practice, who's in the chat,
Yeah.
who featured in the intro.
Yeah.
That was a clip of me genuinely frustrating a person to the point that they were mad at me.
Shocker.
I didn't realize it at the time. And Will clearly didn't realize that it was genuine. and put it in there. But we've sorted things out since.
Yeah.
What happened?
Fine now.
What were the circumstances?
So we were playing Destiny. We were playing the raid.
Amazing.
When people go into menus in Destiny, you can walk. There's collision, so you can walk into your raid partners and push them off ledges. If you go into your menu and you're in there for a while and you hear Guardian down, it's probably you've died while you're in your menus. Happens all the time.
Classic.
However, if you land on a platform down lower, you don't die, and then you have
You're
to
stuck.
scale
Oh.
the climb again. So I tried
Was
to.
this after a jumping puzzle?
Yes.
Oh,
And it wasn't a challenging one. It's just a long one.
Peter.
And so he fell halfway down the jumping puzzle and landed on like a branch and lived. And so then he had to climb all the way back up. And the whole time he was like, fucking. But it's fine now. We're fine now. It's fine now.
Yeah.
We got through it.
I'm glad. I think it's important to mend friendships like that.
It is also important to push people off.
It is
things.
important to push people off of things.
There is nothing about a day one raid that is appealing to me. As the years have gone on, I have become more solidified in my decision to never ever do it.
I'm the sort of person in all aspects of life who will come to things late, but especially in terms of arts and culture, because I like to see how everybody has enjoyed something and see how long
Yeah.
it gets before it gets like cringe. And if it doesn't, then I'll go, all right, time for me to jump in.
Yeah.
I feel like I am just like, and have always been this innate like contrarian, and something will be super popular, and even though everyone will say it's really good, even I'll look at it and be like, that looks good, and then it gets super popular and I'm like, I'm not playing it. And then
Oh,
I'll play
yeah.
it like 5 years later and be like, why did
Oh,
no
it's
one tell me
always-
about this?
I'm a fool.
Can you
Can't
you
stop.
remember an instance of that?
Everything. I don't know.
Everything.
Fortnite.
I don't know.
Fortnite.
Oh, no.
Fortnite. I was so like,
Fortnite's not
Fortnite, more like Fort something else bad. And then I ended up playing it and loving it. So
I feel like I'm like that with books a lot because I'm
Yes.
snobby about books.
So am I.
Which is ridiculous for someone who reads mostly nerdy fantasy. But like, yeah, when Harry Potter
Yeah.
came out, I was like, that's for kids, and I read
Everyone's
for high
into that.
fantasy.
Too
And then
much.
everyone just like grew up with Harry Potter, and like it was the biggest part of their life and childhood, and I was super jealous.
Yeah, you're like, I wish I could be a part of that. I
Yeah.
find that like I purposely be the little contrarian and don't be a part of it, and then I see everyone having fun, and I'm like,
Damn it.
I want to be there.
Yeah.
But is it too late for me to come in? I don't know.
I once borrowed my friend's Hanson CD under the pretense that it was for a friend because I was too embarrassed to say that I wanted it for myself because everyone was getting onto Hanson and I was like, oh,
Not me.
cringe. Cringe wasn't a thing back then, but whatever the cringe equivalent was in 1994.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't even alive.
yeah, I ripped it onto a cassette and listened to it in
Bob
secret.
goes hard. Still goes hard.
Sure does.
Can you give us a bit of
And
it?
what's the other one?
Bing, 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 bing. The round and round and round. Where's the love?
That one.
It's not enough. It makes the world go round and round. Wow, wow.
that was me with Nickelback.
Good.
But now I've become, I've fully embraced my love for Nickelback.
Nickelback were like no
you
worse
like
than
Limp
any
Bizkit.
other band at
I
that
do.
time. They just
Agreed.
copped the full
it's
brunt
good.
of the.
Totally. They
Yeah.
were like
Yeah.
actually the best.
They were.
They
No,
were
they're
one of
right.
the
Their
best.
little
They were
ju-
one of
yeah.
the best of that type of. You know, it was just popular. That type of singing and that type
Yeah.
of music,
Yeah.
like Creed and all those like
Yeah.
kind of.
New
I
metal.
don't know what they
almost.
call it.
Bit
New
of that?
mumble rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like your hands around my neck. Yeah.
Pants around your feet.
Pants, feet. Have you seen that video?
No. Oh yeah.
It's a remix of that song. But it's they've just they've just like changed it so like the chorus is I love pants and I love feet pants.
I have seen that.
Pants, feet. I love it. It's one of my favorite videos. It's the sort of video where like you know when you're at a party and like it's YouTube time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Everyone,
try.
it's YouTube time.
It's
Yeah.
YouTube time. Let's all sit on the couch and watch
Yeah.
YouTube videos together.
Yeah.
I always put on that video and also a video that I've mentioned on this show before. Smashing Pumpkins going down a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Billy Corgan rides a roller coaster.
Eddie
baby.
Vedder. That's so true. And I saw like 4 videos today of it's the scene of Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria where she's crying in the mirror.
Oh, that meme is so good.
And then it's like my wife being so impressed with my like Eddie Vedder skills while I'm in the shower, or it's like the guy from Creed.
Me practicing my
Yeah.
Creed
Or-
impressions.
My
before.
Creed,
the first time I saw it
was
the first time I saw it was me practicing my Borat impression before going out for like a date night.
In the mirror, it's just like,
Yeah. So
My
she's just
wife.
there, and you hear the shower,
It's like
and then you hear,
pre-marriage.
"My wife, my wife,
very
wow."
nice. Yeah. Yeah.
This is so good.
How
Funny shit.
cultured of us. Well, moving on.
I wanted to, before we move on,
Okay.
because we mentioned books, I've just started the Ian M. Banks Culture series. Has anyone delved into that?
What that means.
I haven't.
It's a massive series of science fantasy fiction.
I only know one E&M, another one.
What is the percentage of fantasy to science fiction?
I would say it's mostly science fiction at the moment.
Yeah.
I just wondered if anyone had read it there because
No.
I'm a chunk into the first book
Mm.
and I like it, and it's actually way faster paced than I thought it would be. But I also don't know that I have the energy for the 18 books or whatever in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
so
wondering
fair.
if it stays good or how many I should read.
It's
But
like-
it's
It's like starting
chunky
June.
boys.
they're not bigger than most
Like a
science
good, like
fiction in that.
300-400 page.
I'm
books.
audiobooking it,
Oh,
so
okay. I've never
a
audiobooked. A big
I
reader.
used to I
can't.
used to shun the audiobooks, but now that I spend 3 hours a day in cars, it's
That's a good
fucking
point.
awesome.
I think sometimes I'm just like, it's this like I don't use TikTok and I browse like all of my social media with my phone on mute because I don't want to hear noises unless I've like opted in. And I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes with an audiobook it's like I'm not really
Yeah.
opting into this person's voice.
Yeah,
That's the
no,
thing, but
fair.
I've opted
Totally.
into
You're
mine.
opting into a story, but not.
Yeah.
You have to read the reviews and because there's times when
Yes.
I've gone to get an audiobook and everyone in the reviews have just been like,
This is bad.
yeah, and it will totally ruin the experience for you. So
Yeah.
in those instances, you just got to like.
3 books that I have audiobooked.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, is it I'm Glad That My Mom Died?
Yeah.
Love that
Yeah.
by Jeanette McCurdy.
Does she read it?
Yeah, because she reads it. And it felt like, you know,
Yeah.
felt it coming straight from her. I thought it was really cool and a great way
God, I
to
love that
experience that book. And then 2 by Stephen Fry.
Oh, yes.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because it's just great.
Who else could read that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think the first Paddington book, because I used to have him read to me to go to sleep.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I read
I love that.
I read the Bell Jar narrated by Maggie Gyllenhaal, and that was fucking sick.
I
Whoa.
love Maggie
That was
Gyllenhaal.
perfect. Like
She
she
has
was,
such a good voice.
yeah, and it was so well suited to that,
I love that.
story. So
I know
yeah,
that
that was wicked.
Stormlight Archive, that's like my favorite by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't done the audiobooks, but everyone is always going on about how good the guy who reads the audiobooks are, which I don't know, I can't remember his name, but apparently
is it the
everyone's
same guy that does the
frothing.
Mistborn ones? Because
I would say so. I think it's the same guy.
There's
Same guy.
a
Brando
guy on my
uses.
wild server who sounds just like that to the point where I actually asked him, I was like, do you do audiobooks? He was like,
Yeah.
no. And I'm like, wouldn't that be amazing?
You should.
Yeah, because you sound like this guy.
This man.
But like I've definitely pushed away audiobooks before because I didn't like the way the person was reading it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they sound really smarmy, like they think they're better than me because they're
Yeah.
reading the book and I'm
Yeah.
just listening to it.
Yeah.
If they're too monotone, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, like, if they go too up at
Too far.
in the end of sentences, sometimes people have a weird intonation thing that they can't get out of.
I mean, that's so Aussie. I just did it then.
Yeah,
And again. Oh,
it's
And again.
yeah, it's just very. I think it's just very modern.
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Also,
And they
someone
can go too far. Like there's a production
Yeah.
level that they need, and then they can push it too far. I
Yeah.
did Margaret Atwood's the Oryx and Crake. I can't remember what the series is called, but it's 3 books, and one of them has it's from the perspective of this really religious, like cultish kind of group, and they have a bunch of hymns that they've written, and it's like they're really interestingly written and good context for the kind of history of this cult, but not cult, just like quasi-religion, I guess. And they got a band to play the music and
shit.
sing every single one of them, and every time I just cringe skipped
Oh, it was
past
bad.
them. I was like, I can't fucking handle this.
Oh.
I just want to listen to a
rough.
book.
Yeah, not listen like
Yeah,
doodly
not
doodly
some
doo.
like weird middle America
Oh.
folksy religious tuning. And it was like that. It was well done, but also I don't need that.
Yeah.
I didn't come here for that.
That's like when
Yeah.
I found out that Our City was religious.
Who?
His Dark
Our
Materials.
City, Fireflies. You would not believe your eyes. If 10
Owl City, I
Fireflies
see. Yeah,
lit up
yeah,
the
yeah.
world.
girls, I fell asleep.
Are they the
because-
souls of all the humans going to heaven? Is that what the fireflies are?
Well, the thing is like I didn't know because I was listening to his
Based
other
on the
stuff, and I'm
open
like, this
air.
is sick. And then suddenly, and like, look, no disrespect. If you are religious, awesome, great.
Slay.
That's what keeps you
Enjoy.
going. Sick. I will say it was a jump scare though to be listening to this album, and then suddenly out of nowhere you've got Owl City singing a song called "In Christ Alone," and I was like,
Oh.
whoa,
Oh, yeah.
I
okay.
did not know this.
See, there's a lot of like pop punk bands that are religious, but they
Yeah.
usually mask it pretty well because they know they're
I
know
was
their
like really
Imagine
audience.
into
Dragons
Split.
is Mormon.
Yeah.
Imagine Dragons is Mormon.
What?
That's fucking
Shocker?
hilarious.
Really?
Dude.
No.
That's
so
so,
funny.
Mormon coded music.
Did you guys
know
listen to
that.
Skillet?
Yeah.
Oh,
Skillet was big.
Skillet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm awake, I'm alive. And they're all so religious, but they all
Yeah.
go
It's
off.
the
and
Hillsong
they-
effect.
Oh, yeah. it is.
Hillsong fucking rocked hard.
Yeah.
Like all those bands were so cool,
Mm-hmm.
and they were writing like pop punky kind
Oh
of
my
stuff.
god! And all the boys had flippy haircuts. I
had
went
the,
to
they were
one
the cutest
Hillsong-
boys.
Yeah, with my friend, and I was like, man, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's why they're all married at 17.
Yeah, totally.
So then they can get on
Divorced
it
at
as soon
21.
as
They're
possible.
horny.
I was like, I get
like
it.
any teenager.
I'm not saving myself, but I get it.
Yeah. Anyway,
Moving on.
yeah. Sorry for the sidetrack.
No, I loved
So
it.
how old were you guys when you lost your virginity?
It's a little bit of backup.
Well,
Oh.
no.
It's a little bit of backup, and today a little bit of backup is brought to you by Reese Wild.
Hey, Timmy Allen.
Yeah,
You love to hear him.
I sent Josh 5 separate sound effects, and he chose that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
What
So
were the
we-
others?
Wow, and a fart with like a really heavy reverb,
Oh no! Thank
Like a
you
big
for not
wet one?
using that one, Josh.
and
That's good.
and what was the other one?
We've already used wow.
Like, three of
before.
them we'd already used before. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So we haven't used a so lol.
Tim
Reese
Allen's a
Wild.
crank.
We get a freaking sound from the wild. He sends it to us and we gotta guess what it is.
Love that.
Ooh.
Love that.
Let's hear the wilds.
Take us a while. I forgot. That's that video of the Italian man making pesto pasta.
It's not.
Is it Donnie from the Wild Thornberries?
Wee 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 wee. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's Ruby being a little guy.
Can we hear it
That's a
again?
great guess.
Are these just from anywhere?
Or is it? They're supposed to be.
Animals.
It's a wild animal.
It's a wild
wild
animal.
beast.
And we have to guess what wild animal it is.
I mean, Donnie always comes to mind.
He's done Donnie
Yeah.
before.
We've done
though.
Donnie.
It's done
Yeah.
Donnie before.
Donnie's been done.
And also he's more like
Yeah. Yeah.
Flea just does that voice all the time.
Yeah, that's just
That's
Flea.
him. I think that is like it sounds like an angry little raccoon. We've done raccoons before, but that one's a little bit angry.
I think. Can we hear it one more time?
Yeah. What kind of animal goes blah, 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 blah?
Yeah, that's what
Birdie.
throws me.
Yeah.
Birdie kind of parrot.
Goat. Oh.
I'm gonna say Tasmanian devil.
Sounds like an awful little bird.
Sounds like an
I think it's a
awful little
parrot.
bird.
Loz, last guess.
I think parrot-esque, I reckon.
Maybe.
Parrot-esque.
That is correct.
Hey.
Hey, he's got two
Parrot-esque.
thumbs.
Parrot
and
S?
likes parrots.
Parrot-esque.
Parrot-esque.
Oh, it's Lorky.
Oh, of course. Because he's like imitating human sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
He's also on top of a plastic bag, but yeah.
Yeah.
Losing his absolute marbles.
That's so cute.
Wow.
That
was
Losing
really
his
cute.
freaking marbles.
Thank you, Reese.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Reese.
Reese.
Thanks, Reese.
So for today's backup, a couple days ago, one day ago, it was like midnight of June 19th. And it was the Nintendo Direct for June,
Sure was.
where they would not be talking about the Switch 2. So don't even think about it.
Wasn't.
I'm thinking.
They made it real clear.
No plans to.
They were like, we will not be talking about the Switch 2. And if you ask for the Switch 2, it's freaking over for you. They're only talking about games. And
They did that for years about Animal Crossing.
yeah.
I was waiting and there was one of them. They were like, "No Animal Crossing." I was like, I stayed up to 3 a.m. for this. Just
Yeah,
close
yeah,
the
yeah.
stream.
It's
That's how
always
they get
so
ya.
funny when that like when one of them comes on screen and they're like, we will not be talking about this game.
Like,
Stop asking. We are doing something. Goodbye.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
respect,
okay,
I respect
great.
that though.
Same.
I respect that.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's
I
so
like that they're
funny.
upfront about it.
Gamers are fucking insufferable with that shit. Like,
Yeah.
to be fair, as one.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll
Oh,
read
big
into
time.
stuff,
We're
like
awful.
if something doesn't get said, or like they'll think that there's like a metaphor secretly hidden in there.
Yeah,
Like if you don't just go
yeah.
like, no, this is not happening. They're like, well, he said 3 words that all started with the letter K, so that means, oh, that was the wrong letter to say. With the letter L for Lauren.
The
Back out, back out,
Lulux
back out.
Land.
Lulux land.
That could
Call
exist
me.
though. A woman called
Why
Lou
of
could
all-
throw a luxury land party.
Ooh, a luxury land.
A Lux
party.
land.
A little.
So the first game,
Train cancelled.
the first game that was shown off as part of the Nintendo Direct. Well, how are we going to do it? We're going to talk about the first party games that were shown first. And the first one was Mario and Luigi Brothership. Not a
Yay.
friendship, not a relationship, a brothership. Because they are brothers. Mario and Luigi Mario.
There they are.
So
That
this
actually-
is
His art
the...
style is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the
Kind
thing
of
is...
cell shady.
This
Yeah.
is the first. So, the Mario and Luigi series has always been on handhelds, and it's always been 2D, and it's always had this kind of cartoony look to it. And this is the first time that they've gone into like this sort of 3D realm. So it's like the same art style, but they've put it into a kind of fully 3D world. And this is the first new Mario and Luigi game in 9 years. And it's
Yeah.
it's got the same kind of roots as like Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario, where it, really does focus on the story and the writing. But you play as Mario and Luigi, and you switch back and forth between them to do puzzles and go on adventures. And I think it's really beautiful.
Me too.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's cute.
I've never played a Mario and Luigi game. I'm not big into basically any part of the gameplay that they showed off here, but I respect it. I respect that they, Nintendo's got a bunch of like different. The thing I love about Nintendo, right, is that they use Mario and Luigi in any type of game,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
since they did it with Square Enix for the RPG, and then didn't do it again for ages. But then with Ubisoft doing the Rabbids games, and now a new RPG, and this coming from internal, they just like to use their IP to try a bunch of different
Yeah.
types of games. Obviously, the
like.
Mario sports
Yeah, me
games and
too.
stuff. It's cool because it makes me want to play just the Mario and Luigi factor. It makes me want to play a type of game that I wouldn't usually play, because usually we would see that kind of gameplay with like
The turn-based type stuff.
hot teens in full body armor for some Fire Emblem bullshit,
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, I'm not gonna play that. But the Mario and Luigi factor always pulls me along.
To me, it's a great series. Heaps of fun, and I'm super stoked for that. And they started the show with that, which to me felt like a pretty strong start.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Guns blazing.
Yeah, and then the next first-party game they showed was Super Mario Party Jamboree, which is not
Mario Party.
an add-on to Super Mario Party, which was a game released for the Switch, but is an entirely new Mario Party game. It's the next one in the series. They've said bye-bye poo-poo to the number system, and they've gone with a name that, to me, sucks.
Jamboree.
Super Mario Party Jamboree and Knuckles 2 Electric Boogaloo. That's the vibe I'm
It
getting
does
here.
sound like it's DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's DLC, but it's not. It is a a new Mario Party game.
Jamboree is such an
Shop-
old-fashioned word.
Yeah, jamboree, hullabaloo.
I like they're introducing a younger generation to a word again. Like no one
Yeah.
my age knew what a melee was until Smash Brothers came out. You know, it's like what's a melee? Oh, it's
Yeah,
like it's a
physical
hand-to-hand
fight.
combat.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
but you knew what a brawl was. Back in the day, they just call it an unchon.
We were calling it fisticuffs.
I was calling it unchon.
Unchon.
Get unched,
Unched.
you know?
Oh yeah, right. A punch
Yeah.
on.
No
Yeah.
pain.
But this one's got 7 boards, with 2 of them being from original Mario Party
Oh,
games.
hell yes.
I personally love seeing them bring the old Mario Party boards to the newer games because, you know, they get a fresh coat of paint. They look really nice. There was a Mario Party game. I don't know if it was Super Mario Party or if it was Mario Party Superstars, but one of them, to me, a little bit stinky.
Agreed.
But like, it was the one where you'd all be in like a car together and you'd go to each stop together, and I thought it was really weird. But this, to me, looks very, very cool. I'm very excited. I love playing Mario Party games with my
Me
friends.
too.
Yeah, I like they're still around as well.
I love
Yeah.
that they've added more maps. I felt that I was quite frustrated with the first Switch one that came out. I think there's like 3 or 4 maps, and you play. It's like one night with your friends, and you're like, oh, we've played them all.
Oh, we finished
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks sick. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm always excited for the Nintendo stuff, I'll be honest.
Lafuedo said, I wonder if halfway through the party just turns into a YouTube watch party.
Yeah.
Like all of
It,
your
like
parties. Yeah.
within the game.
Within the game, yeah.
It's-
Everyone just sits down
yeah.
and watches the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
goes black and then just comes up with YouTube. It's like, oh, but you're not controlling it and it starts typing stuff in.
Yeah, but then you can't find what you're looking for, and it gets really awkward as everyone's just waiting, and you're just like, "I'll find it. Hang on."
You're
wait."
like, yeah, just give me a
One
sec.
sec.
It's
Can you
it's
screen check? Can I screen check? Can I
It's
just share my
really
phone to the
funny.
screen?
It's really funny. You just have to hang on. You just have to wait for a second.
And one of the biggest announcements, I would say, of the night.
Scotty's going for a run.
Oh, she's
She's
dreaming.
dreaming.
Oh.
She's so
Yeah.
And she stopped.
And she stopped. She's probably going to pee or something. But one of the biggest announcements of the night, I would argue, is a brand new game in the Legend of Zelda series, Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And this one's huge because it is the first game where you get to play as Zelda.
Yay.
So you might think, Legend of Zelda, that's where you play Zelda. Wrong. It's where you play Link. And this is not the Legend of Link. It's the Legend of Zelda, but you are Zelda and you're playing as her. And it feels a little bit Super Princess Peach in the sense that Link gets captured and you gotta save him, and you're Zelda. But instead of having a sword to fight, you have a little wand that I don't know what it's called. I think Josh said like tri-rod.
Yeah.
They definitely called some of it Tri-Wand or something like that.
Yeah.
This was it Link's Awakening remade in this engine?
Yeah. The Link's Awakening remake is this art style.
Yeah. Which is
and
beautiful and like
I love
Yeah,
it. I
yep.
think it's delightful.
it
And
looks like
that
little
sort of like
uh,
chibbiness.
yeah, the
is
chippiness of the
cute.
characters and like how the trees look like really shiny plastic toys. Like
Yes.
some parts of it look like
Yes, like
they've been
Yeah.
like Lego
made-
plugged into
yeah.
the
Yeah,
map and
totally,
stuff. It's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And
It's
you know,
very
speaking
cute.
of Lego plugged into the map, the kind of gaming mechanic of playing as Zelda is with the tri-rod, your abilities that you can go up to things like items and monsters and all these different stuff and copy it and then remake it in other areas. So like, for example, you'll probably see later on, you copy a table that you can jump on and then you just copy it again and again and again to make yourself a ladder to get up somewhere. You
cute.
copy a monster and then when you're about to be attacked by another monster, you make that monster appear and it fights for you. And I think that is such a cool idea. Like I think they could have gone with the standard, you know, she gets a sword or she gets like a bow and arrow or something like that. But I honestly think that the copy ability is really, really cool. I think it's honestly Zelda devs showing off again, which I love.
I feel like it's a fun way to make it like focused on Zelda without just making it like a copy of
Exactly.
a normal
Totally.
Zelda game.
She needs to
Yeah.
feel like she's her own
Yeah.
character with her own sort of
abilities.
skills
Yeah.
and
It's
stuff.
It's not
yeah.
just a reskin. It's going to have its
Yeah.
own gameplay that will
Yeah.
be memorable in its own way. And yeah, I mean, they talk about it in the trailer that they've made an experience that everyone's going to play the game differently and experience the game differently.
Yeah.
And that, like, you know,
Totally.
that's
Yeah, like
such a
sandboxy.
common
Yeah.
dev note these days. But it's it's so true here, like, and true of survival games and stuff these days. Like the crafting and your own puzzle solving, creative puzzle solving is really cool.
Absolutely. And I have seen people kind of be like, yeah, this looks cool. This looks really unique and interesting. But I really wish that they just gave Zelda her own Breath of the Wild type game. And I get it. They want something large scale and something with that sort of visual design. I understand. And someday I would love that too.
Yeah,
But
someday.
right now I see this and I'm like, this is cool as hell. I don't
Yeah.
think there's like a something that some kind of game that Zelda deserves. I think it's just awesome to see Zelda being the main character in such an interesting concept, you know?
Yeah.
That being said, I totally understand where they're coming from, and I do want a Breath of the Wild type Zelda game.
hell
yeah.
Desperately.
Totally.
I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And the final first party game that we saw, like first party new game that we saw, was a game that we have not heard about in a very long time, and people were convinced that it simply wasn't being made anymore. But it is. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, baby!
Oh my God.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Oh boy. The last time we heard about this game was 2019, and it was a member of Nintendo's team coming out and being like, guys, don't worry. Retro Studios has now picked up development on this game. And everyone was like, you dropped off?
Yeah.
Sorry, you stopped working on it at some point? Pardon me? Because the first time we heard about it was 2017. And then they just sort of went, and now they're back.
They are
Now they're back, showing off gameplay.
Straight out of
content.
1998.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
I was like, Peter's gonna come in with a deep cut
Yeah.
any minute now.
Give it a moment.
it looks like it's been made for 10 years.
Yeah. It
And
does.
they kept working on.
I
what
like
they
that
did
people
10
are
years ago.
pumped. I like that this is a shooter made for the console as well, like for the Switch. You know, games like Doom and stuff getting ported across to the Switch is cool, but it's the worst place to play a game like that, whereas this is being built for this hardware specifically and, you know, will hopefully show the best of what the Switch one had to offer before the end of its life. You know? I mean,
Before they
maybe
take
this
it
is
out
going
the
to be a
back
launch
and
title for 2
go
as
old
well.
Yeller style.
But we'll see. Yeah.
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
Come back, Yeller. Anyway. Yeah, totally. It's cool to see them giving it one last hurrah.
Can't wait to play it at 15 frames per second.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
Fair call.
rough.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the stream. That's first comment
welcome to
for
the
Sam
stream.
Reloads. Sam.
Shut up. A big thing with this direct as well was, and I kind of noticed it with quite a lot of the Nintendo directs. But you know, maybe it's just kind of a sign of the times. A lot of remakes and remasters.
Oh, too
A
many.
lot
No
of
offense,
remakes
too
and
many.
remasters.
I think it's just in popular culture in general at the moment. We're just stuck in that. Like we just can't get out of it. Every film is made from a previous existing franchise. Every it's a board game that's made into a movie, or it's a comic book that's made into a TV show, or it's a sequel to something that existed already.
Yeah.
It's just
I do really hope the pendulum swings back soon, and in the next 5 to 10 years, all the remakes is just out, and we're on fresh content again.
Yeah.
OC.
Yeah, I wonder what, it might be a symptom of, just the bigger problems with the industry as opposed to it being it's just cash grabs. Because, I mean, it partially is cash grabs for sure, but and nostalgia is, really sellable right now.
Yeah.
But the dev cycle for games, used to be back when these games were coming out, a lot of these remasters were coming out. It took 18 months between mainline titles in these series, and now it takes 5-6 years. And so the publishers are looking for gap fillers.
Yeah.
Totally.
And it still takes a long time to develop these remasters, but they don't have to do the ideation.
Yeah.
They don't have to do all the creative
Market
still like,
testing, like-
the writing and the it's already there. So it's a shortcut to a video game.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if the need for this glut of content is because things like Steam exist and they're really popular now, and you get 10, 15 games coming out every day that are
Yeah.
worthy of your attention.
Yeah.
So the console owners are trying to do the same thing and just generate a lot of content. But yeah, I mean, I play a lot of them,
Yeah,
so I
I
don't
play-
really have a lot of complaints.
Yeah.
I like
And
going and I
I'll
like
probably
playing
play
them.
some of these as well. You know, there was the Nintendo World Championships NES edition, which is a speedrunner's dream. Like, it's literally got like the speedrunning timer built into the game.
love
So
that.
like, you know, they know their audience.
They
Yeah.
watch Back Pocket and they know challenging
They
times
know
needs
challenging
content.
times. Yeah. Shigeru Miyamoto was like, I love Back Pocket. And we're like, thanks Miyamoto.
That
Thank you, Miyamoto.
That Gus fella almost threw up on me one time. I'm gonna make a thing for him.
Actual?
That's not something I knew.
Where he almost threw up in the same room as Shigeru Miyamoto.
So practically.
I
on
do.
him.
I do that.
yeah.
I get nervous.
Yeah.
But there was also Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, which was the Wii game.
Yeah.
Was it? It was a Wii game. Was
Original Wii, yeah.
yeah. Which
and
was
then Tropical Freeze was end of the Wii into the Wii U, so there was two
And they
versions of
remade
that.
that.
And it got remade for Switch.
Yeah.
Tropical
was
Freeze
the
fucking rocks.
good one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
And the original, the Donkey Kong Country, is it called Returns?
Donkey Kong Country Returns HD.
Yeah.
And Knuckles.
Was okay.
And Knuckles, yeah.
Was okay. But it's not really worth the energy, I wouldn't think. When they were talking about, the guys were talking about it yesterday, I was like, oh, they put Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 in a package and upskin them. And I'm like, oh, I could play that again, but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, totally.
No, it's the one that no one really cares about.
Yeah. Then there was also Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. I know that there are some die-hard Marvel vs. Capcom fans.
Yep.
Which, like, shouts out to them. Good for you. I'm glad you're getting a game. Very nice. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection, on the other hand. That's not shit I'm about. Happy
Yeah.
Pride. Miles Edgeworth is a gay man. And I'm very excited for his games. I am pumped. I love Ace Attorney.
It's fun.
Yeah.
And the cool thing with the Ace Attorney Investigations was, you could like walk around and investigate. I loved it.
Yeah.
I thought it was neat. I feel like that's what inspired the detective Princess Peach, but that's just a theory, a game theory.
A game.
There was also Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. Any Metal Slug fans?
Not a big Metal Slug person.
No.
No.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Dragon Quest 1, 2, and 3 HD 2D remakes.
Yeah.
I played, I think, Dragon Quest 4 on Game Boy Advance or DS or something like that. It was one where you got to like make your character, and I was like, sick. I love making my character.
Yeah.
I'm doing this. And it's something that I have not played enough Dragon Quest games, but I did. What was I saying? I was in the
talking
middle of
about
talking and I
Dragon Quest 4.
Yeah, maybe I did.
That was
like
the sound of
making
your
characters.
brain
I like
resetting.
making, yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dragon Quest games, I haven't played heaps of them, but I think the HD 2D looks really cool. I just don't really care for like the bloom and lighting effects.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I think 2D can look really cool in a 3D world, especially like cool pixel art.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The bloom kind of gets me.
Is it a bit like
bloomy.
George Lucas, like messing up the sort of vibe of the original in a way that doesn't feel like it
just
matches
doesn't-
the aesthetic?
Yeah, it just feels off. But I think it's a cool new way to experience some old games. I respect that, and it's kind of like the point of remakes, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
And so there were quite a lot of remakes and remars shown off. But there were a few other games of note that I would like to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
You get
Yes.
30 seconds for each. Go.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure is coming to the Nintendo Switch,
No.
baby.
No.
Whoa. 2023's game
Hell
of
yeah.
the year. Oh my days. Oh my
According to Ruby Innes.
days. Let's go. So, this
is so
game
cute.
was an Apple Arcade exclusive for a year, and the second it came out on Apple Arcade, I'm like, it's going to be there for a year, and they are going to put it on as much shit as possible. It goes so hard. When we posted about this, when we did our little tiki-talkie about Hello Kitty Island Adventure, the amount of comments we had being like, oh, it's just such a bummer because I don't want to get Apple Arcade. I want to play it on my Switch, or I want to play it on my PlayStation. You will be able to, my good friend.
Did Apple have like an exclusivity period? Was that the deal?
Yeah. So with the arcade, they have a year of exclusivity. They help pay for development.
Yeah,
They
gotcha.
support them, and
Smart.
this game just rocks so hard. It's so good, and you
You can build a house.
it's just a you can build beautiful houses. You can make
sold.
your
It
own
sells itself.
Hello Kitty. This game, I don't have to say anything about
very
it.
stylish.
It sells itself. I love this game.
enamored by this.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
so good. And you can be a mermaid. I think.
and you can be a
pics.
mermaid.
And you can be a mermaid.
Take pics.
Need I say more?
Need I say more?
It's kind of Animal Crossing plus. Because
It's-
it's Animal Crossing and you can do more.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's got the Hello Kitty IP attached
Yeah.
to it.
Literally.
And you can finally free yourself from the clutches of Tom Nook.
Absolutely.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
True.
Also, it's made
paying
by
rent.
Thief.
it's made by a
Bell
team
Thief.
called Sunblink Entertainment. They're an indie studio, and they had been like manifesting this idea of like a Hello Kitty Animal Crossing, or in their words, a Hello Kitty Breath of the Wild like game, and they pitched it to Sanrio, and Sanrio were like, huge.
Yeah.
We will help
Let's
however
go.
we can.
They
which
seem
is
pretty
really cool.
good with sharing their IP.
Totally.
With some like silly
Totally.
fun stuff.
That's the way they do it.
Huge.
Sanrio
Shuckers.
was like, yeah, brother.
Sanrio was like, Shaka's brother,
Absolutely, brother.
let's get that game on the Apple Arcade.
Hop on my
and
longboard. Let's have a
beyond."
meeting.
Yeah. But I'm very excited for this to come out purely because I'm super excited for everybody else to be able to experience the beautiful things that I experienced.
And that's 30 seconds. Next game.
And,
Yeah, that's 30
and it
seconds.
was way longer. And finally, the new Demper Men.
What?
Have you ever wanted to take a look into my brain?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
Sometimes.
Oh no. This is the stuff of
study?
nightmares.
Yeah.
No.
It's like the Me adventure game.
Yeah, but like weirder.
Yeah.
Oh no. What
You
is
got
that?
fellas.
Oh.
You got guys.
Ew, brother,
you got
ew.
little girls. You got creatures. This game
What is this reminding me of?
is.
It's reminding you of Pikmin. That's what it reminded me
maybe
of.
The
Melodies.
Meatopia stuff.
It's
like
me,
with the
yeah,
Meatopia.
it's like
Me.
Tomodachi
Meatopia.
Life.
Tomodachi Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
Tomodachi Life,
Yeah.
like esque, and it has in the description of that game, and I
Sorry,
quote,
Ruby, that was a 30-second trailer.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a 35-second trailer, so your time's up.
okay, but
But she's quoting.
really quick, basically free to play.
What does that mean? Find out.
It says that in the Nintendo trailer
Yeah.
description.
Find that after you
It's
spend $5.
basically free to play.
You're practically making money on this.
Yeah. We're about to make you rich with these little freaks.
That's so funny.
Oh my
That's
God.
so funny. It was basically free to play.
Basically free
it's
to play.
practically free except when it's not.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because that implies that it's not just free to play with microtransactions.
Yeah.
You have to pay to play.
It almost
Yeah.
but
implies
it's
like
basically free.
they pull you in, you get to like
Yeah.
a point, and they're like, if you want to keep playing, insert another coin.
Yeah, I did a little bit of research though, and when I say that, I meant I read like 3 words, and I saw that it was on mobile.
It's on mobile. You've said your 3 words. That's it. That covers it.
Sorry, on mobile. Gotcha. So
okay, cool.
very possible that that's the case.
Oh. Okay.
But yeah,
They gotcha.
I think that there was also a lot of like JRPGs and stuff that were very like Nintendo reminding people of the world, we are a Japanese company.
Yeah.
And so, we are proud to present really cool games like I think Formagia and Phantom Blade. They looked awesome. And I love Nintendo Directs because I feel like they're always made for me.
You alone.
Yeah.
It's good. They're rarely made for me, but
No.
I like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
This one was great. Like
This was really
compared
good.
to some of the
Yeah.
stuff they put out.
Yeah.
There have been a few
It's solid.
in the last couple of years that have just been not
Shockers.
just so
This is 4
bad.
major
Yeah.
first-party
Not good.
titles, seeing
Yeah.
gameplay of them. It's awesome.
Yeah.
After the Xbox showcase, which was like fucking solid as
Yeah.
well, it's like the publishers are they're swinging hard this year.
It is
We might be in for a
nice.
really good year next year.
You'd hope so. Like the industry going through a
way
little
that it is.
struggles, a little bit
Yeah.
of this and that. Like it's pretty big for Nintendo and just
yeah,
them to
it's
be like,
strong.
here's some good things happening.
Especially since Nintendo's kind of been doing pretty well. Like no huge announcements of layoffs recently. Plus in their financial report, their most recent financial report, a big thing for them was bringing in entry-level talent and bringing them up the ranks and teaching them their ways. And Nintendo's kind of always been really good for that, and also for keeping people on for a very
Long
very
time.
long
Yeah.
time.
And not to objectify, but also hiring hot people to run the Pokemon company. That dude.
You are so real for that.
that dude is insane.
Every single Pokemon Direct, I'm literally like,
Now to the really hot guy. Thanks.
thanks. I'm really hot guy. Here's Pikachu. And I'm like,
Pikachu.
oh my god,
Pikachu.
Pikachu
Oh
and
my
hot guy.
God.
I'm literally
Sell me more.
not that much of a Pokemon fan, but anything he comes up, I'm like, I
could you
love
not be?
Pokemon.
He's got drip and he's attractive.
Yeah, I love him. I'm so glad that you put that out there. Thank you. That was a Nintendo Direct, which for me, slay. That was a little bit of backup. And now I think it's about time we talk about what we've been playing.
Let's do it. Do you come with the game? Thank you.
That's his voice.
It's what we've been playing, with the segment where we talk about what we've been playing. Some of us haven't played anything.
Listen,
We don't need to listen.
I've been,
This segment-
I've been busy, and I live a double life.
You do live a double life. This segment couldn't happen without the amazing support of one Nicro Belling.
A Nicro
A Nicro Belling. And I'm going to read you one of Nick's fine tweets. And this one sung true to me, or it hit close to home. At age 11, I legitimately caught all 150 Pokemon.
Okay.
Then my little brother accidentally wiped my cartridge. Brutal. I did it all again using the missing number glitch to quickly get back to where I was by duping rare candies.
Oh.
Guess what happened when I plugged that cart into Pokemon Stadium? Ba-boom. It knew. And I think it just wiped your save again. It was like your little cheat. Your little fucking cheat.
Ooh, that is
Or did it
so
crash
rough.
Pokemon Stadium?
That's
Did it
sad.
break? It wiped. I think it just wiped the save because it was like,
Wiped
this is
twice.
corrupt save file.
That's wild.
Brutal.
That sucks,
That is
man.
wild.
As a
Yeah.
kid as well. That's your whole life.
Totally.
It was
that's your
like
biggest
fake fan,
accomplishment. Yeah.
and then just deletes your shit. See, when I was baby, I apparently had a habit of jumping on my older brother Zach's Nintendo 64, just deleting shit.
Oh, you piece of
Just
shit.
that?
Just deleting shit.
At least the 64, like most of those games had multiple save files, and you would go and intentionally
like,
just delete.
These numbers and words look ugly. I think it looks better when there's
When it
nothing
says
there.
When
zeros
it's clean
everywhere,
and it's
0 stars
ready to
collected.
start.
New game. I love when things are new.
119. Oh, that
I
would
thought
look
when
better
you
as a
started
0.
that sentence, you said you just had a habit of jumping on his Nintendo 64, and I was like, that'd piss me off.
Yeah.
To be fair.
That's how you get the cartridges. You take it out, you blow in it, and then you jump on it.
Yeah.
No, I was there as well. I had 151 Pokemon. I didn't fully understand what I was doing when I lent that cartridge to my cousin who wanted to play the game.
Yeah.
So, of course, he wiped my save because the Game Boy cartridges only had one save on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Forever,
Now, we
I
have-
will be sad about that. Sorry, like
I know,
that
it's like-
Pokemon one save.
Yeah. It's
We
too
have
brutal.
we have cloud saves now, but even still, every now and again, I'll go and delete like Elden Ring or something, and I'm like, "This is fine, right?" And then
Yeah.
I'm like, "I'm sure it is."
What
And
if
then
me
just
in
go
like
for it.
6 months really desperately wants that
But I'll always
save?
delete your stuff before I'll delete mine, even if I've never if I have no intention of playing it.
No, I know. But you can delete most video games from consoles now, and the
And the
save
save's
data is
still there.
separate.
Yeah.
Which is the one of the best ideas they've ever had
is.
for
It
video
is.
games, honestly.
They're having brilliant ideas these days.
Yeah. Hey, we're
Great
presenting
minds be
Video
thinking.
Game 2.
Your saves are separate. Let's get on with what we've been playing. I want to start with you, Rue, because you've played a game that is not out. We went across
Brag
to
about it.
Sony yesterday and we played a little preview of something.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah. I played Astro Bot. Yay, yay, yay. I played Astro Bot. Astro Bot.
This looks so good.
So, if you own a PS5, you would know that Astro's Playroom came for free on the PlayStation 5.
Like a demo of
free?
a DualSense controller.
Yeah,
really.
it was their tech demo, like Valve does with Portal, basically.
Yeah.
They kind of just drag the Portal IP out to tech demo any of their stuff, and then chuck it in
down.
I feel like I remember playing that and thinking at the time, there's no way that any game is going to utilize any of these features, because it was like you could feel the texture difference in the surfaces that he was running across, and like all of the different like touch pads and like the various aspects of the DualSense that
The
kind of move
elasticity
and
of the
yeah,
slingshot.
the
that you're on.
slingshot, yeah, all
they
that
did.
stuff was so cool.
Yeah, like I played. I was telling the PlayStation folks when I was there, because because Pete says he hates haptic feedback.
Right.
And I was like,
I
what?
literally told Sony to their faces that
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
And then
shit.
I was like, but I love it. So, I love you. But I played Kena Bridge of Spirits, and you can feel in the triggers as she pulls the bow back, and it feels.
There's been some
delightful.
clever
Yeah.
uses of it for
It
sure.
felt awesome. But we're not freaking talking about Kena Bridge of Spirits.
No, we're not.
We're talking about Astro Bot. And Astro Bot is a little platformer made by Team Asobi for the PlayStation 5. And in Astro Bot, you play as Astro, the robot. And
Ooh,
so
it's
I
like
played
Ratchet
a
and Clank.
preview of this game that includes 4 levels and a boss level. And so the two base levels that I played, actually, before I get to that,
This feels very knack coded right now.
it's a little knack coded.
yeah,
Maybe
right.
that's what they were referencing with the getting the iron bars.
I'm getting Ratchet and Clank from that.
Yeah.
Like with your
Oh,
magnet.
Yeah.
And speaking of, we'll get to Ratchet and Clank later.
We'll get to Ratchet.
So with Astro's Playroom, it was 6 levels, and they were all PlayStation themed, and you could find PlayStation characters all around, but you just kind of see them doing stuff over yonder, and you'd be like, oh, and then that's it, and then you go on your merry way.
Little cameos.
In this game, it's taking the classic Astro's Playroom platforming and adding some extra shit. So, as you can see with your little doggy on your back that makes you go zoom, Astro in this game now has power-ups for every level that he can collect and use. We got to experience 3 of them. As you can see on screen, you've got the frog punching gloves. Pardon me. You've got the frog punching gloves, which felt very arms to me. And then before you have the doggy who farts and it farts you away. And then as well, to me,
The
In your
dog
heart.
stays with you, but it does make a farty noise.
It's
Oh no,
farting?
the dog didn't.
the
make
dog
a farty
didn't
noise.
make the farting noise, the octopus did.
Octopus made it.
Octopus need to wear a snorkel.
For breathing.
What?
Clearly.
Yeah. So, obvi. But yes, you get different power-ups that kind of help you throughout the stages, but it is all still very classic platforming. As Astro, you're punching, you're kicking, and as well, when you jump, you've got the little laser boots that help you glide along a little further.
Cute.
That also works as an attack. So, for example, there's these.
Is that Kratos Bot?
That's Kratos Bot. That's
Wow.
Kratos Bot with your. I want to talk about the robots. I'm going to talk about the robots. A big part of this game as well, because it in classic platformer fashion, it is a bit of a collectathon. So you've got coins that you get throughout the game, and you can use those in like the little in-game gacha machine. But as well, as you can see, all throughout the game, the levels, there are little robots that you save. And that includes robots based on PlayStation characters.
Cute.
So you've got
So
Ratchet And in this level as well, you find Rivet and their cute little robot versions. We also found Parappa the Rapper.
I'm trying to imagine a little Astro Robot Ellie like there, just looking harrowed and you know, fueled by revenge.
Surely they'll show up. But one of my favorite parts was finding the Parappa robot. And you see it ever so slightly in the little bit of footage that we get. Like, as you go up to get him, he just, like, shakes his tushy at you. He shakes his tushy at you because you have to kick them to collect them. And so he shakes his tushy at you for you to kick him in the butt. And it's hilarious. But, yeah, you have to collect all the robots in the level, which is, to me, adorable. And as well, in true Astro Bot fashion, you could see just before, you know, you fly in on your DualSense controller. You have to, like, do tilt controls to fly around. But as well, when you collect the robots, it lets you, like, shake around the controller to shake them around. And it lets you throw the controller up like this. So then it flips them up and brings them back down in the controller. It's made for people who love platformers. It's also made for people who love things that are very cute. Wally fans will be fed.
Do you think the intention was always to make this game, or do you think they made the demo and then predictably no one used all those features? They were like, "Fuck it, we're going to use the features, you know, as best we can."
I asked them when they started dev on this when I was over there, and they didn't really know. But I have a feeling it was that the response to the demo was so positive that they decided to build a full game out of it.
Yeah,
and they've probably been working on it since not long after the demo came out.
I'm pretty sure they started working it almost immediately after.
Yeah, look, I think they probably weren't expecting the response to be give us a full game. So I don't know that it was actually slated until the response was really positive.
Well, that was the main critique that everybody had of Astro's Playroom was like, we love it. It feels good to play.
Yeah.
It looks good. It's so much fun. My kids can get into it.
Yeah.
But there's not enough of it. We want more.
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what they've done here. They've got 6 galaxies and over 80 levels. And that includes like your base levels and it includes your challenge levels. So if you're like, this shit's too damn easy, don't worry. There are challenges that are a genuine struggle. Pete and I had many a moment of trying to remain calm.
Yeah, they're solid. They are actually challenging. It's cool.
Yeah.
I struggle with this because it's so corporate bullshit. You know, like it's so like this isn't this character is designed to sell the PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about this is finding the other PlayStation IPs or looking at a console through that's in an aquarium or whatever. As opposed, like I would love this if this was Little Big Planet. But because it's so fragmented, there's not really we haven't seen overarching story. There's 80 like 8-minute bits of gameplay. So it's kind of perfect for younger gamers where you can dive into a couple of little missions and stuff. But yeah, it's certainly not like I was hoping it would be a modern 3D platformer that could stand next to the classic the classic 3D platformers. It doesn't do that. It's still like a bitsy tech demo-y thing, but it's way bigger than that first one.
I will say, I'm pretty sure the story is because you're saving the robot, your bot friends. I'm pretty sure the story is you are Astro, you have so many friends, and suddenly all of your friends have been kidnapped by the evil robots. I think that's the story.
Yeah.
And
like Croc and the Legend of the Gobbos.
Exactly. But I would just like Gobbos.
That's my contribution.
Yeah,
No, I think it's good. But
It's just like the Gobbos, you guys.
fair.
while I totally
We've been through this
understand,
before.
while I totally understand where you're coming from, Pete, you could kind of say the same thing about Mario, honestly. Like Astro Bot.
No, you couldn't.
Well, you could because Astro is a
You can't compare this
Astro
to
is-
Odyssey.
No, obviously not. But I just mean in the sense of this is a character used purely to sell PlayStation.
No, it's more like there's like
this to
Mario.
me.
Mario is the mascot of Nintendo, but Mario is its own character.
Yeah.
It exists outside of the Nintendo console in the sense that the world of Mario, Nintendo isn't a thing. Whereas Astro Bot only exists in the world that this is all happening inside a PlayStation. You know, like it's such a like corporate thing that it takes a bit of the charm away for me.
Yeah.
Like it feels great. It is very cute, but it is still this ad. The whole thing is an ad.
Yeah. I mean, I will
Yeah.
say that like that's kind of exactly what they're trying to do with Astro Bot is make him a PlayStation mascot purely because they kind of keep losing their mascots.
Oh yeah.
Like Crash Bandicoot used to be the mascot for PlayStation. He isn't anymore.
True.
And sure, you could say that Nathan Drake is a PlayStation mascot, but that's just a guy. Like
he is
he's
just-
just
he
a
is
guy.
just a
You
guy.
can't put him in anything other than
He's a cool-
Uncharted
he's a
and have
pretty
him
cool
not
guy,
look
though.
silly.
Cool
like
guy.
he's not jumping around
Yeah.
doing all this cute stuff.
But you'll probably see him. Yeah, but
That
like
would be
like I considering Astro Bot's fairly new, like the first Astro Bot game was for the PlayStation VR and it was Astro Bot Rescue Mission.
Yeah.
It seems like they really want to have their own mascot and
But
they've
even the
only
Astro Bot Rescue mission was rescue it and we'll give you a PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
Like that was like the prize at the end of the level. It's like
Yay.
there's still this was an opportunity for them to make this a mascot and give it its own existence, but it doesn't exist outside of the world of buy a DualSense
but they
controller.
are really well made games. They have always been to me.
Yeah, no, they are absolutely well made tech demos, and this is a massive one. This is just a massive tech demo.
I disagree respectfully
How is it not just a tech demo?
because a tech demo is short and is a demo, a demonstration, a tech
But the- but-
demonstration. This expands on it. They
But
asked
how?
for a full
But
game and they
it's
want
not
it.
a story. It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Astrobot's friends have been kidnapped and he has to go save them.
It's a. It's,
Mario's wife,
I was about
Peach,
to- I was
has
about to
been
say, there's
kidnapped
no
and you
more
have to go
story-
save
There's
her.
no more story in this than there is in a Mario game.
But
In a original
Mario isn't
Mario
going
game.
at the end of every level. Here's your Ness. It's going. The princess is in another
Yeah,
castle.
but I think the big thing with
It's so
PlayStation
cringe
is
to
that
me.
their stuff has always looked really cool, and they're like, "Look, it's
Ratchet
an ode
and Clank
to
is fucking sick,
PlayStation."
right? Like
yeah.
they do cool stuff. They do 3D platforming, and it's cool.
yeah.
That game was the best game of that year, or one of. You know, like they just have an opportunity to make this character more than an ad. And they didn't. And I find that disappointing. I'm not saying that the game doesn't feel
yeah.
good or play well. It's still an interesting game, but it's disappointing.
I respect your opinion, and I respectfully disagree.
You like it being an ad.
I respect your opinion.
You did
and I
react to
respectfully disagree.
you did get a thrill out of finding like all the themed robots. Where to me I was like it's pretty meaningless.
Well, I thought they were really cute.
I
'cause
love
they
shit
are.
like that, like tiny little cameo nothings that
Yeah.
like not
Yeah,
everyone
totally.
notices. Like I hold on to
think
that.
it's
I'm like,
adorable.
oh, there he is. The guy.
I wonder if the same thing would fly on Xbox because I feel like
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation fandom is different to Xbox fandom.
Yeah,
Agreed.
totally.
You know what I mean? PlayStation fandom feels like, you know, people would be on board with this as an idea and all of the PlayStation IP and characters in there. And I feel like Xbox would not have the same success.
Xbox is still like the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
And like our generation grew up and PlayStation existed pretty much from when we started playing games.
Yeah.
And then Xbox came onto the scene. So it's still kind of like
Yeah.
PlayStation feels like it's been around forever, and Xbox still feels like,
Xbox
it's
felt like-
Microsoft.
I will
Yeah.
It's
say,
like the big bad
Pete,
Microsoft plan.
how do you feel about every single Pokemon game starting in your room with a Nintendo console inside?
Oh, I love that so much.
Yeah, but that's not what the game is about. You're not rewarded with a Nintendo console at the. That's just that is a bit of dressing at
It's
the
a
start.
cameo.
The game is about trying
It's
to
a
be the
cameo,
very
but
best, the best there ever
this whole
was.
Astro Bot is a cameo.
Obviously.
It's not a whole cameo. It's a
It
game.
is. It's all. Yeah, it's
Agree-
That's a completely.
agree- I-
that is a false equivalence.
Agree to disagree.
That is a false
Agree to
equivalence.
disagree. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Like no one ever
Yeah.
was.
I think we cancel the rest of the show and we do a debate.
Yeah.
And we sit here and we write pros and cons.
In
Yeah.
the Oxford Dictionary, tech demo is described as
The best move. It's the best move to define something. It's so funny. Oh, nailed it.
okay.
But I played Astro Bot, the preview. I really liked it. And that's that.
That's that.
But you also
Slay.
played something recently as well.
I've played a couple things in my lifetime, maybe 5, 6.
Cool.
But
That's
quite
awesome.
recently.
One of them you've
Tell you,
revisited.
one of them. I've never actually stopped playing this game, but they've just released almost like a WoW classic, but it's Habbo Origins.
And this is a game that I'm fairly certain we also played together in our Tumblr days at one point.
I think
We did.
I think
We
this
did.
was after my time because I'd never heard of
Yeah.
Habbo Hotel until I think maybe this show people were talking about. it.
Habbo, I think, came out, it was either in 04 or 06. And I
Something like that,
started
yeah.
playing in 06, so I was
Yeah. Okay.
9
I was 9 too.
and getting just totally groomed on there, but like having like the funnest time, you know?
Yeah.
It was a really fun game. It was really unique for the time as well. Like I really don't think anything like this existed. It really was. It was just kind of like a visual chat room, and it's a hotel because you make rooms and you go into the rooms and you just chat to people and
It was
you make
basically
friends.
4chan, right? But with characters.
4chan has loved to go in it.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
say. But
Right.
it was huge.
So it was MIRC, but with like visual elements.
yeah. It's a
and
metaverse. I would say it's one of the early metaverses of the
Gotcha.
internet.
I think that's like a good way to describe it. It was really unique. It evolved over time as well. I mean, they added in like games. So like there was this game called Battle Ball, and it's basically like, God, it's like based on like a real game. But so you're on these like bouncy balls. You're red or blue. No, yeah, red or blue, and you're trying to fill in your grid with the most of your color. And if you would go over the same thing twice and you did it in a square, all of that would like fill in with your color.
Yeah.
And that was one of the ones that was actually like a back end game that like they made. And then there's ones where like people like players make a room like you can see right now.
Costume change.
And yeah, Cosy change,
Loved
which would
Cosy
basically be
change.
like,
Dress up.
yeah, you would give them a theme. You'd be like, okay, your theme is like video game characters, and then you'd give them 5 minutes to get changed, and then whoever did the worst would get voted out. You'd have to pay to play, pay to stay. You could kick people. There was Falling Fernie, which would just be like, you'd just be in a room and like this open space, and then the owner of the room would like put like a couch in there, and you all had to run and make sure you were seated.
Yeah.
And then like
was
until
like-
there was one left. It was like
It's like musical chairs, but
Yeah.
instead of taking away chairs, you'd add them.
put them down.
Yeah.
But so Habbo has evolved over the years. Originally, they were all separate hotels for different places. So like there was an Australian hotel, which eventually got merged into just like the main.com, like all the English speaking basically. But there was like a big scandal. It would maybe be a decade ago now, where there was a news report that came out because there's so many predators on the game. Like because it was a kids game, and you know sometimes you'd have to be
But it
18
also
plus,
wasn't?
but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think
like a
it was
kids game, but it
originally
wasn't
18 plus, and I
supposed to.
signed up with like a fake.
Yeah, it was
thing.
18 plus or like 16 plus, but like
Yeah.
People
kids would
shouting
always
out the
go
pool.
Yeah,
There was
the
never
pool.
good press around this game.
No.
It was always
It was always bad.
Yeah.
racists are blocking the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Or people are being.
Children are using their
Predating.
home
Yeah.
phones and
Yeah.
racking
Oh,
up
which-
thousands of dollars in bills to buy
Yeah.
Habbo
Can I
credits. And the
Yeah.
home
just
phone procedure to buy those credits was so for children to do it in
My-
secret.
Parents, well, my dad especially was a gamer growing up, so I was into games from a very young age. The first game I played was fucking StarCraft Brood War when I was 5.
Sick.
I was not good, but so when I was like, hey, can I call up and get creds for Habbo? They were like, yeah, we get it, and that was
amazing.
so much fun sitting
Yeah.
on the
Sick.
phone typing in the fucking
I had
numbers.
to
I
do a
remember when
secret.
when I was really into MUDs when I was 16, there was a specific software that I wanted to use to be able to play it, but it was paid software, and I didn't have a credit card obviously, and I couldn't ask my parents. So I went to the post office and I had to get a money order to mail to the US to pay for this software.
That would have taken so long to get
Yeah,
back to
but
you.
that's how you did it. That
I
was how I
remember
got access to
going
the download.
into EB Games, I think it was, and they had little cred cards,
You
and
could buy
you'd
Habbo
pay
credits
$30
cards.
and
Could
you'd go
you?
home and you'd put the code in.
It was the
Yeah.
same with MapleStory. You could buy
Oh.
Nexon cards and
MapleStory, the
and-
amount of money I spent on those Nexon cards.
So much money. Oh my god. Well, I
With all
remember
these little
playing
pets
Habbo
following me, looting everything, so you didn't
and
have to auto
you
loot.
make yourself look
I know,
so
it was
cute.
so fucking cute.
See, I remember playing Habbo Hotel and making friends that I would later add on MSN, and I was also 9. to be fair.
yeah.
And
Was
these-
that what was the pipeline when you were younger, when you were jumping onto this? Were you just playing the mini games, or were you socializing on it?
socializing, dressing up,
people
role-playing.
would like so they'd be role play. Our big thing was like armies,
Yeah.
and basically like it would just be this huge room, and you'd like role play as like an army, and then every like 5 hours they'd like send you a couple creds, like that's the in-game currency. But when you're like a kid who can't afford it, that's what you'd do. You'd like go
Yeah.
into these role play rooms, and you'd sit there, and you'd have to put on an outfit. You'd have to make like your motto, which is like your little tag, like this rank at this place, and then you'd sit there and you'd be like, hi, welcome to AEF, Australian, like whatever, I don't know, whatever it is. And it was just like,
Yeah.
you were just 9 being like, yeah, I work in an
yeah.
army.
I'm in the
get
army.
one
I work
cred
in
every
the
couple
army.
hours.
I was
I'm on my gap year.
I
I'm
was
in the
giving
army.
I was giving like maybe like 14 to 17-year-olds like free therapy at 9 years old on
yeah.
MSN.
Yeah, it's
because
like-
they'd like tell me about their they thought I was older.
Yeah.
Soz.
Yeah.
They thought I was
Always
older, and
pretend
they'd
to
be
be
like
older.
talking about their problems. They all like knew each other in person,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't know any of them. I just knew them
You
from
were the-
Habbo, and
you
they'd
were
be
the-
like Shell's just been like really fucked up lately,
Yeah.
and like is not like helping with the kid, and I'm like, that's so sad. I'm so sorry. I'm here for you. It's like
the
What
memes
is
of
happening?
like,
and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
one of the memes is like me at like 10 years old helping out like my WoW raid friend who's going through a divorce. Like you're just,
I'm here for you.
You're a 12-year-old being like, yeah, it doesn't seem like your husband's treating you very well, and you're like going to school.
Yeah, it's like anyway, I have to log off. I have school in the morning.
The game has been persistently live
Yeah.
since back then.
Yeah.
So the game has like progressed a lot. It's very, very different to what it used to be at this time. It was always a Java game, and then obviously Java went kaput.
Yeah.
So what they tried to do, it must have been 2 years ago now, they were like, we've made an app for this. There was a mobile app that sucked, and they basically ported the mobile app onto browser.
Wow.
And
That was
it was
bad.
they like put a timer up. They were like, all right, at this time we're removing the Java one forever. And everyone was like, no, they're fucking not. Like, this is, the app does not run well. It was so glitchy. It was so bad, so unintuitive. Like, it just didn't make sense. They got rid of the Java one, and everyone stopped playing. It took them less than a week to like port it onto like an app and bring it back. And that's all people play. But so yeah, the game's been going on forever. Honestly, I actually still play. I just have like online friends who play, but also I like to build rooms. It's like why I play Minecraft and
Yeah,
stuff
okay.
like that. Like I like to make pretty rooms. But so this has basically been I can't remember who it was. It's either an old person who worked at Sioux Lake or it was a fan site person.
It was an original dev.
Yeah, OG Dev found like just all the code and the files for like the 2006 Habbo and was just like, holy shit. So they've spent the last year working on it and have just re-released it.
That's amazing.
It's in like, it's very, very OG right now. It's like simple.
It's like WoW Classic.
It is.
Yeah, but
It's crazy.
It is
they're
WoW
not
Classic. It's
doing what WoW
crazy.
Classic is doing in that they're just kind of, obviously they have like updated quality of life stuff, but they
Yeah.
are still following the same like
Expansion, yeah,
like
yeah.
order.
right.
Yeah.
Whereas this, it's really community based. So they have people who are actually playing voting each week on what we want to see next. So they're not going to release it like they did then. They're going to like see exactly what the player base wants. But it's cool
That's
because
a
it's
smart way to do
genuinely
it.
separate in the same way that like classic and retail WoW is. Like it's a completely different app. So like I logged on and got like a real fresh username and like, yeah, it's fun.
How are you finding revisiting it?
Oh.
You're just being creative, or are you socializing? Are you using all the old tools?
Well, because everyone's on it like so excited, and a lot of people who actually don't play Habbo anymore have come back to it because they're like, oh, OG Habbo. So it's been very like, I made a room, just they have like all the OG furniture, which is just none. There's like 5 items of Fernie. But I made a little room that people were coming into, and it was the first time in ages that I felt like I actually wanted to chat to people on Habbo. Because I have to say, and if you're still playing Habbo, there's a 95% chance you're a fucking idiot and or a child. And so I don't play anymore for the social because it's like you're talking to people who are playing Habbo, Whereas this is like all the nostalgia, like it's all the 30-year-olds who are coming back and like having fun.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
And I just want to note, Trenium in the chat said, I remember at one point some fans had a community radio website for Habbo. You could apply to be a DJ on it and make song
My brother
requests.
was a DJ. Yeah.
I was also a
Yeah.
DJ.
Yeah.
It absolutely rocked.
It was
and
so fun.
I would do song requests all the time to
Yes.
the point where I decided to have a little show once. I think that was my first radio experience. No, my first radio experience was my older brother Jake bringing me on as a baby. It rocked. But that was my second, and it was so cool.
It was. It
Oh
really
my
like
God. It was so much community stuff. It was
Habbo did
insane.
such a good job at cultivating communities in the early days. I mean, I still remember the staff. Like, there was a Aussie hotel staff called Fozzie, and I still remember which hairstyle she had. And like, she'd come into rooms and like talk to you and like take in like what you were saying and like apply it into the game. Then obviously, just like Sue like kind of collapsed and like all the controversies. I still remember when the controversies happened, they muted the entire hotel for like a week or something.
Yeah.
So I think it was literally in this room, which I think is the welcome lounge.
that's the
Everyone
welcome
was
lounge,
standing
yeah.
in there and you can hold up these
Or, like, the
signs and
lobby.
they had a love heart and the lobby.
Yeah.
And everyone was just muted for a week because, you know, Channel 9 in England was like,
Yeah.
this game is full of pedophiles. It is. It was.
It was.
It
Yeah.
really
was.
But there was also good
Yeah.
shit to it, you know?
Yeah.
I actually have a real life Habbo Hotel story because before they decided to merge it with just like the English speaking, and they did have an Australian version of Habbo Hotel, they'd run competitions all the time.
Yeah.
And I was not the sort of kid to constantly take part in online competitions, but I loved Habbo Hotel. I played a bunch of it, and I kept seeing the Australian ones, and I'm like, maybe I should go for it. No,
Yeah.
I won't. And then one day I was like, I'm going to go for this competition, and it was you applied to win tickets to see Band Slam, the movie, in cinemas. No one's heard of that
No.
movie.
No. And you
It
got
has
free tickets?
a surprisingly high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, like a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Band Slam.
Pools closed.
And
Who was in it?
what's her name? Alison Michalka from Ali and AJ,
Oh, right. Yeah. From
and
the
Vanessa
cheerleading show.
Hudgens.
Vanessa Hudgens.
And Vanessa Hudgens. Yeah, from the cheerleading show. And Vanessa Hudgens. And then
I've probably seen it.
some fella in the middle. He was a nobody.
The Twilight themed furniture. Oh my
the
god. Yeah.
Twilight-themed
Yeah.
furniture
Yeah.
Wow.
The
rocked.
broken piano. Sorry.
But no,
Oh
it's
my
so
God.
fun. But that Band Slam movie did really, really well critically. But like, I applied to win a ticket and I won, which was
Yeah.
crazy to me because I'd never won anything before in that way.
Pretty
Yeah.
exciting.
And I was one of 5 people in that cinema.
I was going to say, yeah. And was
One?
that cinema at the house of the 40-year-old man who was running the account? Who
It was at a
who was
Hoyt's.
running the competition?
It was at a
They-
Hoyt's and I
They
was
would
alone.
do so many activations though. Like they would have like music stars make an account and like come
Yeah.
on. I can't remember.
And
like,
they
who
gave them,
had.
They were doing
they
the Fortnite
made
thing before
Genuinely,
Fortnite was
they
around.
like
No,
yeah.
literally,
And
they
it was
did.
them just sitting on Habbo, and you could
Yeah.
like be talking to them.
And you knew that they were legit because Sue Lake would design special
Yeah.
avatars
Yeah.
just for them.
so like hair that you
Yeah.
couldn't get and like
Yeah.
clothes you couldn't get. Yeah, God, I
Is-
have loved this game.
Is Second Life still a thing?
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
time.
as well.
I never played that, but I remember.
my parents, my
being
dad
like-
especially, big Second Life people.
yeah.
Really?
My dad, up until last year, was like DJing still actively each week, like at a resident club in Second Life. I mean, he would do it at the same time that he was
Oh.
streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like
Amazing.
deep. But it helped because then when I was like young playing games and then also being like, hey, I've made friends from this game. Can I go meet them IRL? Like I've done all the due diligence to know that they're not a pedophile. Like my
Yeah.
parents were like, yeah, like
Habbo
we've met
trained
our
you for
Second
that.
Life
Yeah,
friends.
that's
Honestly,
amazing.
You know, like
yeah.
it was like,
Yeah.
despite all of the dangerous things about it, that existed elsewhere on the internet as well.
yeah.
There was such a spotlight on it in that game that it actually was like educational for
was.
younger people to be in there and growing to understand
I
it.
feel like I
Yeah.
learned a lot of my
Internet safety.
yes,
Of
like
not-
like
what not to do.
figuring out like whether something was a scam or not, like trusting, like knowing what questions to ask to figure out if someone was actually 14 as well or 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being on early internet teaches you so
does.
much.
How much do you like Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
So much.
And it's so
Oh, then that's not the right
Last time
question
I
to
was
ask
here,
if you're 14 or 40.
it's so funny that you mentioned your parents kind of being cool with you meeting online friends because I remember us having a conversation about that where you were like, yeah, you know, like I always told my parents and they were cool with it. And I'm like, that's crazy because when I came to meet you, I did not say I knew you from Tumblr.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I said I knew you
from
through a
Habbo
friend.
Hotel. Yeah.
I was like, I was like, Mom and Dad, like, I have all these Tumblr friends. We're doing a little meetup, and they were like, okay, have fun, take pics. And I was the youngest. I was like 13.
I was just like, yeah, I'm going to meet this group of 10 people, and I know them, all of them, through a friend of a
IRL.
friend.
Is now the best time to jump back into Habbo Hotel?
If you want that nostalgia hit, I think so. I think that Origins will
Will
probably
it last?
I think it'll probably hit its peak in maybe a couple months once they implement some quality of life stuff.
Okay.
Like, sorry again. It's stuff like if you want to change your outfit, you have to go back. You have to like go to the main menu and like there's some like Sorry, my friend said my
Hi,
name in
Snug.
chat.
It's got
But
some-
hi,
it's
Max.
got
Hi,
some-
Max. Hi, Max.
Listen to our podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Snug Boy
It was a
review
good
on
podcast
So
episode.
good.
Anyway.
No Twilight Princess port
Yeah.
onto Switch. Oh, Max,
Sad.
I'm so sorry.
Help.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if you want that nostalgia hit, it's a good time for it. Everyone is on it right now, so like you can have a lot of conversations. Your friends will probably be playing, and you should get in and reserve like a good name because
Yeah,
it was
big time.
fresh. They're all freshies.
Big time.
Oh, I got to get in there and reserve Peter.
Yeah, well that would definitely
Yeah.
be taken.
I'm gonna try and stream it soon. I'm keen
yeah,
to
I've
get
been
back in.
thinking about streaming it too.
Yeah. Oh my god, maybe we'll co-stream.
I'd love
That'd be
that.
fun.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
There you
Plan.
go. Habbo Hotel, it's back in
Yeah.
action. I played a game this week. It is the latest from the Chinese room, who we know from the Dear Esther days.
Oh, yes.
And then Amnesia, Dark Descent, and then they went on to make not The Vanishing of Ethan
No,
Carter.
they didn't. They didn't make Amnesia Dark Descent. They made
the
Amnesia
the
Machine
second
for
one.
Pigs.
Machine for
yeah,
Pigs.
Yeah.
the other one. And they did the they made a bunch of stuff. And I always jump in when I see the Chinese rooms attached to a thing because they make cool things. They're not always best in class, but they're interesting.
They're very brave.
They are absolutely brave, and they've been very brave with this latest title called Still Wakes the Deep, which is a narrative horror experience. It's on PC, it's on PlayStation and Xbox as well, the latest gen consoles, and it is so far for a developer that excels in mood and narrative pacing, the best game that they've ever made. It's a 3-hour game.
Huge.
Ooh.
It is a story about a character on an oil rig off the coast of Scotland.
That's
All
why,
of the characters.
That's why that carpet was so tartan.
There's tartan everywhere.
Go on.
It is a fully Scottish cast. It is an amazing tour de force in voice acting from every character. Just really impressive performances, and in particular the character that you play, Kaz. It's the fun. The fun of this script is seeing that it's clearly been written, and all of the subtitles are the script that they were given, and how the actors change it to be more Scottish is a delight to see as it's happening. So you find yourself you are a family man who has committed a crime. He got into an altercation, and the cops are after him. And he knew someone who was working in the oil rigs,
Naked
and you get to see butts really early on, who
Salami
finds himself working on the oil rig to just kind of lay low. They got offshore. They're trying to stay out of the kind of cops' way. That is all well and good until things inevitably go awry on the oil rig, and it becomes a little bit of a, I guess, eldritch horror-y, John Carpenter-y story about all of these characters who you meet in the cafe at the start, turning, and you don't know who's healthy and who's real, and there are some big ugly monsters that start chasing you around this oil rig as you go through the video game motions of fixing the power, resetting whatever bullshit you need to in order to escape the facility at the end of 3 hours.
Would you call them terrifying creatures?
I wouldn't, but these characters might. I have been playing the game. I've had a couple of sessions. It is a short game at 3 hours. The kind of thing where you go, "Oh, that's a session." It's not a session. It's an exhausting game to play because it's so fucking tense all the time.
My goodness.
It's like I have played with a YouTube full playthrough up in another window behind where I am, so I know how far through the game I am, because that's giving me like peace.
You know it's gonna end.
Knowing
at
that I'm
some
like,
point.
oh, that took me about half an hour, and it felt like 4. And so I go, yeah, okay,
Wow.
yeah, I'm keeping pace with this like playthrough of it, but it's it just feels so stressful
funny.
as I'm going through it. But it's very cool, and again, it's a short experience. It's $50-something at the moment, which is, that's I would understand people thinking that a steep price for a 3-hour game experience.
But if it's
looks incredible.
if it rocks along from start to finish and
Yeah, it's
feels good, then
it's cinematic, and yeah, it's a tense journey that definitely feels longer than the
You
time
wouldn't want it to
the
be
time
longer
we'll
than
read
that,
it in it.
is
I
what
don't
you-
think I would. I
Yeah.
would.
Die.
I wouldn't.
scared.
I think if I knew it was 6 hours, I probably wouldn't finish it
Yeah.
because I wouldn't have the energy to.
Yeah.
But knowing I can go and do it in a few chunks is fun.
Is it replayable? Like, is there little differences?
I'm not entirely sure. I haven't. Again, I'm only 2/3 of the way through.
you didn't finish it.
No, I haven't finished it.
Oh.
No, I played over 2 nights. It only came out this week, and so I've played the night it came out, and then the night afterwards, and we're the 3rd night now. So I was hoping to play and finish it today in the office, but I didn't get a chance to. It is. I don't believe it has. It's pretty linear. It's very cinematic, and again, it's the pacing of the story is what they've excelled at here. So it's really about they've just written narrative beats that are fun.
The Chinese room are really, really good at making you feel uneasy.
Yeah.
Really good at just making you feel like, oh, something's
Which
about
I
to
which I think is
Yeah.
so much better than like full on horror, because like
just jump
I
scare,
will
jump scare.
imagine worse stuff than you're gonna throw at me, and I like sitting in that feeling rather
Yeah.
than just being fucking relentlessly slammed with horror stuff
Yeah.
and gore.
It's also
Or,
not
like,
an action
screaming
game.
in
You
your
can't
face.
fight
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can just hide. You can just
Run.
escape and run.
Yeah.
And so that's nice as well. That it's not like a skill check game. It's,
Yeah.
It's about and again, some people might not enjoy that they have less agency. It's not.
The Amnesia games were like that. You couldn't fight back.
I was about.
But you
I was
had
gonna
there were
ask
more
that.
pickups in those games, right? Like you could get lamps, and you were going around finding notes and stuff and trying to
Oh,
piece
yeah.
together a story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
In more of a labyrinth
Yeah.
of the mansion, as
Yeah.
opposed to this, which is quite linear.
Right.
Okay.
Also, I think another thing that makes this game very creepy and discomforting is the fact that you are in the middle of the ocean and you cannot leave
is
this
no escape.
building.
Yeah.
There is no escape.
It is it's a perfect setting, and
yeah.
like it's not trying to be more clever than it needs to be. Like you're playing a psychological horror game.
Yeah.
When you're interacting with characters, when someone's doomed or not. They're not trying to subvert your expectations in those ways.
Sure.
They're just trying to nail what they've built. And
Yeah.
and there's this stunning entity that is as gruesome as it is beautiful that you encounter as you're going through the facility, and it's really delightful. The sound design is impeccable.
There's something about that like overwhelmingly large like machinery setting that is just really scary as well, because you feel so small in it and you feel so out of control, and
Yeah.
there's something kind of alien about it also.
Yeah, not only is there a horrible creature, but you might just have
You could get wet
like
and cold.
a big pole fall on your head.
You could.
There is
Good
something
night.
about like this level right now that's so like Portal-ish to me. Like that.
Oh,
yeah,
like the
running
yeah.
and jumping when
Totally.
you're like. I think when you're running away from Wheatley.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. And you're in the
And then it's that same
like,
kind of vibe of
construction.
like there's this big entity and you're
Yeah.
trying to get
Yeah.
through. Anyway.
And a lot of it is this kind of like traversally stuff.
Oh, I love that.
Which this is like the main mechanic of the game is like traversing while trying to escape the thing that's chasing you.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, it's just really, really beautifully done. Again, anytime I see that they've worked on something, I'm excited to check it out. And they work on like quite a diverse like catalog of games they have now. Little Orpheus and stuff, like a little 2D platformer, and I think was their last title. So for them to come back with this is really exciting. I think they've done a great job.
Did you like it?
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Yeah. Can I tell you a Doric joke? Doric is a dialect from northern Scotland.
You can.
Fit div you do when you got a trumpet in your garden.
Fit if you do.
Fit div you do
Fucked if
means
you do.
what do you do if
Oh.
you've got a trumpet in your garden?
Blow
Fit
it.
div you do if you got a trumpet in your garden.
What do you do?
You rooty toots.
Your rooty toot.
You rooty toots.
Rooty toot. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Aye.
They deserve their independence.
Yeah, I agree. They just need to vote for it first. Oh, love you. Love Scotland. Shouts out to my dad.
There are going to
out
be so
Ruby's
many people
dad.
streaming this game. If you don't have the stomach for it, which I barely do,
Yeah, I definitely do.
watch someone stream it because it's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're the games that we've been playing this week. Ruby has played the demo for Astro Bot. What's it called?
It's just Astro Bot
Oh, just Astro Bot. Plain
Yeah.
old Astro Bot.
because
Just
it's their
Astro
first
Bot.
kind of full game. So,
Yeah.
Astro Bot.
Full tech demo. Habbo Hotel is back.
Habbo Hotel Origins. Whoop, whoop. Big ups. I spent $200 on the first day.
Oh my god, you didn't tell us that before.
I'm an
And
adult.
It still wakes the deep.
Oh
It's a
no,
mere
it's the
$50.
worst because now you're using your own money, so it's like I can
Yeah,
not
it's not
even-
even mum and dad.
Yeah.
It's not the
I
phone bill.
shouldn't be shocked. I've spent like 3 times that on horses and Diablo
Oh,
4.
yeah.
I start a game and immediately I'm like,
Where can I spend the
Purchase.
money?
Oh, Diva,
Buy
I
credits
will be
now.
joining Habbo
Yeah.
Club. I'll be real.
Oh,
It
yeah,
makes you
I'm
more
HC.
invested. It
Yeah.
makes you more invested.
yeah, I'll
Yeah.
keep playing because I spent $200.
Stay invested in the show. There's more coming up after this break.
Yay.
Dump days. Listen, bin chickens are the most underrated bird.
Dump days is what I just did on the couch when the lady stuck her head through the bathroom door. Thank you, dump days.
Hey, Will, what do you think about Dump Days?
Oh, Dump Days, he's really cool. He does great art and stuff, but I do sometimes wonder what's the deal with the ibises? Is that like an obsession thing? Should he see someone about that? I'm not too sure about that guy.
Dump Days, hero of the dumpster, Ibis Power.
They are tall, they are slender, they make a nice honking noise, and Dump Days knows this and celebrates them daily.
That show is absolute garbage.
Oh no, it's rubbish.
I want to watch more.
Yeah, me too.
The broad wings of a dump day.
And a Pegasus bird.
Holy hell. Oh, fuck off. Me.
Nobody get up.
Me. Fuck off. What is that?
So
So potentially the thing. Meanwhile, there's a hunter just in the hallway. Jesus Christ. Good things ahead. Good things ahead. Why do I say this shit? Good night, everybody. Welcome back.
Me.
We have a new host. But she fell
Steph got
asleep.
turned into a freaking doggy.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Ba-bow.
The magic.
She really does.
I know. Would you disturb her and ruin her night?
Scotty.
Oh, we're coming for you.
You gotta host the next segment.
This reminds me a lot of last week. When she did the exact same thing.
And if you move her, then and somebody else's chair is free, she'll just go to a different chair.
Yeah,
there.
she's literally like, "Oh no, it's fine. I'll get the next one." There we go.
Pick up dogs.
Yeah. She's
All
so
right.
beautiful.
What a great ad break. What a wonderful ad break. We saw a word. We saw a word from Tom Hamamathy. We saw an ad for Dump Days.
Yeah.
We love. And there's our socials and stuff in there as well. Great. Please go follow us on everything. We'd really appreciate it, and it would just be a nice thing for you to do to support the show and the stuff that we make. Next up, we have a back pocket favorite, celebrity head jobs. Hey.
Wahoo!
Hey, I didn't sign up for this.
Right.
Well,
Good
yes, you
time.
did.
You sure did. You
Oh,
sure
good diva.
did.
All right, let me warm this up.
Cut to Vomcam.
She's
one-
not. She's not vomiting. She's just
You
when you
sure?
put her on her back like that, then she
Yeah.
just.
I'm just like
swallows
that
a
when I
bit of
brush my
saliva.
teeth.
On a
Cut
national- This segment is sponsored by Oz Naminator, and to celebrate this beloved back pocket patron, we like to celebrate by picking the name of a town or place or area in Australia, and everyone has to try and guess where it is.
Ooh.
What's
All right.
Name that Oz location
All right.
Ooh.
for Oz Naminator, beloved
Okay.
back pocket patron.
Let me try. South Australia.
What's it called?
I'd like you to tell me, where is Alexander Island?
Oh, it's an island.
Mm.
So is it owned by a state or territory? It looks to be within one. That's almost landlocked.
Yeah, that looks crazy, not gonna lie.
Yeah,
Northern
but there's rivers
Territory.
all around.
I'm gonna
it.
be
That's
real.
Cool.
Northern Territory.
I see her in everything. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna drop a QLD.
Oh.
Ruby, what's your guess?
It's in Western Australia.
We're all going north.
Yeah.
Steph, do you want to reveal, or do you want me to
What did
reveal?
Loz say?
Oh, Northern Territory.
Northern Territory. It's in WA.
Oh.
Very nice.
I hate you, Ruby. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey! Oh!
When you
So
know,
is that
you
in the
know.
little- is
And
that
I
in the
saw
little
that
weird
and I
haircut up
knew.
there?
Because
Yeah.
I went, what?
What?
I forgot that you showed it on the screen. I was expecting you guys to be looking for an actual island, and then you saw a picture of it.
And it was just surrounded by rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
It
I
is
like
cool.
that. I respect it.
I like it.
Technical island,
Technical island.
but
like
not
a
a great
moat.
one.
Yeah. Like, what's the place? What's a glebe? What's the Glebe Point thing called?
There's an island called Goat
More of a
Island.
peninsula.
More of a peninsula. We've been saying that. Glebe Point Island.
There's Goat Island,
Oh yeah.
which
Cockatoo
is somewhere in
Island.
the inner west.
Mhm.
There's Cockatoo Island.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another island in Sydney?
There are
a
no
couple
other
islands.
islands. That's it.
Scotland Island.
I think Australia is an island.
Oh yeah.
It's true.
I'd say. So.
We'll have to verify, but sounds.
Josh,
correct.
can you fact check that one for us?
I'm getting reports that
Oh.
Australia is not an island.
Oh.
It's a place. So next
or a
question.
thing?
It's a general place.
Or a
It's a
person.
general place. Celebrity head jobs. This is a fun segment where we we like to kind of flip around the idea of celebrity heads, where we're going to put someone on a green screen, and they are going to portray a video game character. Oh God! But the person who is playing the character, they know who they are, but everyone else doesn't. So they have to kind of role play the character. Everyone else can ask them a series of questions to try and determine what character they are, but there's a list of banned words that they cannot say.
Chat can see who we are.
Chat can see who we are.
Yeah.
So be cool.
The person who's
tonight-
We're
for
gonna.
the-
Yeah. Go
For
ahead,
the
Josh.
very first time, I'm turning chat off in the studio.
Yeah. So, chat, you can go nuts. You
Quick,
can
guys,
actually-
say something
Chat,
mean about
Be
Ruby.
uncool. Don't say
Bravo.
something mean about
Say
me.
like
I'm
five
They
very
things.
can't,
Five
they
sensitive.
mean
can't
things.
cheat anymore.
Say something nice.
Say whatever you
Yeah.
want in chat.
Thank you, the melodic
You can, when you're over there though, you will be able to see
Yeah.
the stream, and you'll see a list of words that you can't say as that character. But otherwise, you can say whatever you want. You can perform.
Ooh.
Can we silence Ruby?
I would say do the voice if you feel like it's not going to be an instant giveaway.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Can't do voices.
Well, that's perfect because you can do the voice,
So
and we
you'll
won't
try.
know what it is.
Try my hardest.
Yeah, give it a go.
I
Who's
can't be
going
called
first?
Miss K.
Who's going first, Josh? Does it matter to you?
Me that.
P goes first.
He goes first.
Beep, 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 beep,
I'm going to need more oil.
What the hell is that?
It's a potion.
lubing up.
Glug,
That's
glug,
whiskey.
glug, glug.
What the hell is even that?
Don't you see him glowing? He's powered
that was
up right
fancy
now.
whiskey.
For a minute, his intellect is ×2.
That's
Now,
cool.
you guys also
Double
have to
brain.
vamp because I have to set up.
Oh,
No, that's
sure.
chill.
right-
yeah,
the right
yeah.
size of
Have
head.
you played this one before?
I haven't, and I
Ooh,
was pretty fun.
It's so fun.
I'm excited, but
It's
I
so
don't
silly.
play as many games as you guys.
No, because
Oh,
the
yeah.
thing is, I know you, and I know that you can commit to a bit,
Yeah.
and that's
I can't.
literally all
Gus
this game
Gus
is.
has thrown a few at me
Sometimes
where
it's
I've
not
been
very
like, oh.
Yeah, all this game is committing to a bit. That is it.
I'm always in for a
Yeah,
bit.
and it's so much
A
fun.
bit and a bop.
I think there was one where I
It's
was.
it's one thing to know the name of a character. It's one thing to know enough about them that you can kind of answer questions
Yes.
about, like, you know,
game or
yeah,
like-
yeah.
yeah.
There was
okay.
one where I was Geralt, but very specifically when he's in the tub.
Oh, that was great. That was great.
And so I just kind of put my head back like, oh.
Put your legs out.
But let me tell you, I don't know shit about The Witcher. So I just
Okay,
have to go.
can I get you guys to confirm you cannot see the
Yeah.
screens
Yeah,
anymore?
it's
All
They're
back
it just
all-
pocket.
says
they're all
back
blocked?
pocket.
Excellent.
There's a part of me that's like, now I'm not on stream. I can do crazy things.
No,
because I
you're
can't see
still on.
myself.
We're still live.
God.
oh my God.
Are you ready to go, babes?
Oh my god, okay. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Can we ask like questions?
He
if-
seems
if
thrilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang
Are
on,
we
I
ready?
just
Yeah,
gotta-
should we start asking questions?
Sorry, I gotta
Let's go,
find.
yeah.
I've just got to find my character. Give me a moment.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Sure.
He's dead.
Oh, blimey.
Okay.
Hello, small street urchin from England?
Well, hi there.
Southern Belle.
Okay, different.
No, I went the wrong way. Hello.
This is Doubtfire?
Let's go with that voice.
Okay. Where do you live?
Oh, I live in the south of America, but I just traveled here by ship.
Really?
Yes.
What do
yes,
you
I did.
Oh,
What do you like to do for fun?
yeah.
You know, I like to have gatherings of all my friends, and we learn to be a bit naughty And we like to have parties and we play music. It's all a good time, really.
Yeah. So you said that you came to America by boat, right?
Oh, it was a ship, love.
It was a ship. It was a ship, love. Of
It was
course.
a boat with boats on it. It's a ship. Yeah.
Did you find that your lifestyle changed at all when you arrived in this
Quite
country?
dramatically, yes. You know, I was running away from past life, and I found myself in a new world, and I just started to express myself by being aggressive and shooting stuff.
Is that right?
I will say,
I find this very.
just-
I find this
so you guys know as
All
well.
day and all night.
Usually we'll like don't blurt out the answer, Loz. We wait for everyone to have gotten it, basically. Yeah.
I just want to say I find this very offensive.
An
attack on my personal.
No, to be fair, Loz is not going to get this one for sure. But
Yeah.
but
a
Ruby,
fake gamer.
if you want to take a crack,
Can I just ask you a question first?
sure.
Oh, please.
Would you say that in spite of the fact that you spend a lot of time in this new world that you found, it has enriched you as a person because you have discovered things about yourself that maybe you didn't know previously, and has inspired you in other areas of your life, and even though it may seem like you spend a little bit too much time there and people are worried about you, it's also just like a really wonderful contribution to your life. And
Is this projection?
I would say ultimately net negative.
Ruby, do you have a guess?
I do. I think this is Steph's character in The Wild RP. Is that right?
Are you Ivy Brightwell?
Are you Ivy Brightwell?
I am Ivy Brightwell.
Fucking hell.
That is funny.
Oh my god. Also, I just want to say I'm so glad that you are having so much fun in that game.
Thank you.
Because it seems awesome.
Yeah, it is.
And,
It's
like-
awesome. It's really cool.
It seems really, really cool. And I'm
Yeah.
glad that you're having a fun time.
Yeah, I'll talk about it again soon when they're doing a big like content update.
Oh, hell yeah.
A massive patch where they're gonna bring a bunch of new stuff to the game. But the other day I met a gang that was called the Parvi, which are the Irish travelers, and they were just like straight out of a what's the director? Guy Ritchie movie.
Oh yeah.
It was incredible.
That's
They
awesome.
they were like, and I'll tell you this for free. If you want to start fights, you can't do that without some good pirate rum, and we're looking to buy it. So if you know of anyone, you gotta tell me.
You like dogs?
You like dogs?
You like dogs?
And they're all sitting there and they're like, "Oh, all right, Sammy. Then don't talk your ear off, will you? Tell me, miss, who's got the better shotgun, me or him?" That's so funny.
I just tried to do I tried to recreate exactly what you said just then and ended up accidentally going into Jennifer Coolidge instead. Do you like dogs? Do you like dogs? And I'm taking the dog.
Who's up next?
jackass.
Your choice, Pete.
My choice. How you feeling?
So good.
Go on, give it a shot.
It's like throwing a baby in the pool.
You want some of this?
You'll swim.
You want some of this?
You want some of
liquid
that?
courage.
Glass.
Lovely.
You'll nail it.
You'll crush it. You'll crush it. Luz,
Let me know if you need a hand. You kind of just like throw it over you like you're getting a haircut. Wrap it around your neck backwards. Yeah.
Or do you want a hand?
I want your
Do you,
hand.
yeah? Do you want me to help you?
No, she just wants your hand.
Okay. Oh, you can
That was
always
a
have my
sex
hand.
thing.
It's actually harassing.
Hand marriage.
Loz, I think, will be a sleeper success at this. Not to put pressure on you,
God.
but being a like massive wrestling fan, I reckon she's got a lot of performance. In her.
Well,
She's got
like,
characters in
Respect a
there.
lot from me.
Wrestling fans,
Are the
I mean,
worst.
yeah,
Notoriously bad.
but
Notoriously
also
the worst.
historically put lots and lots of effort into things that ultimately do not matter.
We still have chat up, and we got a lot of Loz love and mateys here, and a lot of people. But yeah, Dawn says I'm like number 8 Loz fan, but
Oh, sure.
they are here still.
We love
so
Loz.
that's good.
In this house, we
1
love
through
Loz.
8.
But I think Dawn has aspirations to be higher on the list. I just
Yeah.
know that there's people
Dawn,
above
I
them.
think you can get up if you truly believe.
Yeah, agree.
Also, Dolphin Pants made a really good point, and we'll talk about it later. But Loz recently posted a really, really, really good video that delves deep into women's wrestling, and it freaking rocks.
Yeah, sick.
It's so
Oh
good.
yeah.
Check
Someone
it out.
put it in chat.
Check
One
it
of
out
my
or
friends
else.
Put it in
All right.
chat.
You ready, Loz?
Yeah. Already.
She's never been more ready.
I'll know this, right?
Great.
You can't bend
Okay,
over like that. Don't bend over like that. Ruining the immersion.
Oh.
Okay.
I need to read.
That was a good cackle, Josh.
Can I have my hands? I have to.
Can you have your hands?
Did you have your hands?
Do the hands work?
Do you think the hands
no
will
hands,
work?
no hands, no hands, no hands.
No hands, no hands. Okay.
Oh.
It's okay.
Are you ready to go?
How did you get here today?
Interesting.
Talks in whistles.
Are you a human or a creature?
Committing to the bit.
You can answer the question.
No, I'm being the person.
They're in character. I get it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
What's your... Sorry, go ahead.
Are you a character from a Nintendo game? Gotcha. Okay.
What did you have for breakfast?
Same thing.
Oh.
Would you say that where you generally go, you might be well known in the areas that you travel to?
I might potentially be the most famous. Town.
Sorry, one more time. We lost your loss
Damn.
there a bit. I just got to adjust the mic.
I've been
One more time.
lost. I might be the most famous
You got to project, yeah.
person you've ever.
The floating hands are really crazy.
Might be the most famous guy you've
Yeah.
ever seen around.
Most famous
ever,
guy from Nintendo.
on this island.
Are you Wario? Oh, no. You're from an island.
Ding 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 ding.
Are you Yoshi?
What do you like to do in your free time?
I sit on a stool, and sometimes, like a younger me might go to a cafe. An older me might sit in front of like a big regal building, and
Younger
just
me,
make the
older
days
me.
go by.
So do you age over like quickly?
I don't think I've aged ever.
But
Some
you,
might say I'm the same.
But for every like year that the Earth rotates around the sun, would you say you age about 7 years?
I would not say that, but I would agree with that.
Okay. You wouldn't say it though.
I wouldn't say it because I couldn't say it.
Yeah, because you only whistle.
And what would you call your profession?
Art. Magic.
Yeah. Of what variety?
Oh, the best kind, the upper echelon, the S tier. I entertain only the most important people, maybe perhaps like a mayor or like a landlord, a lot of land ownership. Like a fashion model, perhaps. All sorts of people come by to watch me perform.
Yeah.
No,
I now know who this is, but I've forgotten the name.
Dogs Mackenzie.
I know.
Because I remember that I was part of a panel at PAX where we rated dogs, and I remembered this dog.
Yeah.
It's a good dog.
I don't know the dog's name.
I know.
Ruby?
What's the dog's name?
Are you by any chance famous musician where if you go to his shows, you will receive a CD? KK Slider.
KK Slider. That was it. Yeah.
Let's see KK Slider.
Oh, the hands are crazy. The hands are crazy. Let's be real.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The second you went, I was like, oh.
I was like, what else can I do?
I was like, I need to ask you questions that will lead everybody else to this. That was fantastic. Whistling.
I think
Yeah.
So good.
I think KK Slider won that was the top spot for that panel.
Yeah.
He's a
From
cool
memory.
boy.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's a cool
boy.
dog.
Yeah.
And
He was the number one rated dog on that PAX panel.
Also, there are some banger KK Slider tracks in Animal Crossing. There's one that goes do 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 rocks.
Okay, Ruby's up next.
Bubblegum slider goes
Bubblegum
up.
slider.
That's like the classic.
Bubblegum KK.
Bubblegum.
Bubblegum shrimp. KK slider. Bubblegum.
Ruby, get up. And go to the
Ruby's
sink.
up. All right.
Ruby.
Look out, dog.
Josh, thank you for giving me one that I would know.
Thank Gus. Gus made these.
That's all Angus Jeffrey
Gus
Bruce.
can go
No,
up.
but there was some consultation with Josh for sure. So I'm sure you'll recognize your characters.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, you found the soul of KK pretty quickly.
Yeah, you could say that I'm a professional KK slider now. I make small burgers. Call back when I said KKK earlier.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good thing to call back to.
I'm glad you did.
That's really following you around.
Someone
tonight,
did
isn't
do
it?
KK Collider.
Yeah, it's good because everyone tried to forget, and so I'm glad that you reminded us.
I will
all.
never let you forget the stupid things I say. I've made a career on it.
KKK isn't the worst thing you've implied tonight because you also said cum bubbles. So
No, she said that
You
accidentally.
No, I believe she said bubble cum.
yeah,
said bubble
You
cum.
said bubble cum and then she copied you.
Yeah, bubblegum shrimp.
Bubblegum.
Bubble cum.
Love a bit of bubblegum.
Ruby is preparing.
Yeah. Sit still.
All of us? Who?
No, just Ruby.
Oh, just Ruby. Okay.
We
cool.
can move.
I'm
I was
restless.
like, I'm pretty still
sorry.
right now. I'm not moving too much. Ruby, have you played this game before? Yes, you played it with. You played it when we had Zach in.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you. Yeah, of course you were.
I played.
Geralt.
I was
Gerald in a
Gerald.
tub. Gerald
I
in a
was
tub.
Gerald.
It's
I
a
was
hard
Gerald of
G.
Riviera.
How do you not know that by now?
Geralt of Riviera.
Screen city.
Charlotte.
Screen's
Yeah,
gone.
no screen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How are you feeling today?
Uh,
Sit back in the chair a bit if you can for the mic.
good.
Good. That's all you've got for us? Good.
Maybe a little hot.
Okay, toasty.
Hot.
Toasty.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
live?
kind of hot. Yeah.
In these
Right.
rhinos?
It's kind of hot where I am.
Yeah, okay.
In my suit.
Oh, okay.
Hot suit.
Sounds like maybe like a mech suity type thing, maybe.
Mm.
Did you commit some crimes in your life which may have sent you somewhere in your afterlife that is a bit negative? Are you in hell?
Are you in hell?
Are you in hell?
Yes.
Oh, nice. You already know who this is, don't
I
you?
may or may not be in hell.
You could tell by some expression she pulled. that
No,
she's,
I don't know.
She's in hell. So do you work in hell or are you just visiting?
Just visiting. Potentially.
Are you doing like an extermination of perhaps some people in hell?
Yeah, you could say that. You could definitely say that. I've got a job to do here, I would argue. And it involves extermination, yes.
Okay, you can say extermination. So you're not the exterminator. Famously from the video game Exterminator 7.
That's set in hell.
Yeah. Tell us a bit more about the suit. Can you pee and poo in it? You just wear it all the time?
Yep.
It's just like a full.
From what I know,
it's a full
absolutely.
service. It's a full service.
I mean,
suit?
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but I do be doing it. No,
You
I'm
leave
not
it
gonna
in
lie.
there, or you have like a butt, like you can
A little butt flap.
little butt flap.
What's
I'm currently under the impression that anything I do inside this suit powers it.
Are you doing it right now?
You look like you're
What are
doing
you
a
doing
blue
right
steel.
now in the suit? Oh, I can smell that from here.
Yeah. I'm about to go
Sulfurous.
exterminate.
Okay, good.
So, what's your method of extermination? Do you have a specific weapon you like to use?
Smart.
Yes. It's a large, sort of boomy type thing.
You can't. Would you say it's a ranged?
Yeah, but not always. Because sometimes I also use something that one would describe as going. Yeah?
Do you feel like taking the helmet off?
Desperately.
Oh, do it.
Do you want me to use my hands?
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta.
well,
oh.
it was easy.
Well done.
It's off.
It's
It's me!
you.
Oh my god,
the person.
There they are.
Are you planning to go on a new adventure soon?
Ooh.
Maybe just announced.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, lovely.
I'm going to have so much fun.
You really hear the difference in your voice when you take the helmet off.
There must,
Yeah.
there must have been a
You sound really
modulator on
different.
there.
Yeah.
Are you a big like heavy metal fan or?
Yeah, I love heavy metal.
There's just a Cali
Yeah.
girl in the suit.
Yeah. A lot of people call me, a guy, but actually, I'm girl.
I'm not like other girls.
Yeah.
That's why they think I'm a guy.
Do we know? Do I think we know? We think we know?
I think so,
Yeah, I don't know that name, but like I think.
Doom girl?
Yeah.
Doom Girl.
Yeah.
You Doom
That's
girl?
right.
Are you
Yeah.
Doom girl?
That's
I
Okay.
got
right.
thrown
I'm
for
the
a second
Doom
because I was
guy.
like, wasn't Doom on Mars? But then I was like, no, it was like Mars.
It
but
was Mars and then Hell on Mars.
Hell on
Yeah.
Mars, and then yeah.
Yep. There you are, Doom girl. Can we put the helmet back on?
Yeah, please.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
very
Okay.
nice.
What?
So the real tea is...
My job is hell.
You ask me anything about Doom's story, I cannot tell you.
Oh, neither.
There is no story.
Wasn't it Doom and Animal Crossing that came out on the same day?
Yeah, I was
you really-
hoping someone would ask me about my good friend Isabel,
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was
who
hoping.
has come to join me in hell.
Oh,
I wonder
very
if there's
nice.
something in the his facial expression would change as he got like more
The original Doom, the little health indicator
Yeah,
was
yeah.
the face becoming more and more crushed.
yeah.
Yeah. That was a classic thing. You're up.
Me.
Hey, could you pass my glasses?
Oh yes, I can. They fell on the ground.
Oh, did they? I didn't see them. Because I can't see. See, the thing is, that screen's quite close, so I can see it, but I cannot see very far away. Let's see. There we go.
Welcome back.
The choice for the helmet off voice, where'd that come from? What inspired that?
I like to think that Doom guy under that helmet's a diva.
Oh, obviously.
Do you think he's a bit cunty?
Yes, absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely, without a
That
doubt.
helmet is very like current, very all that like armor stuff that everyone's wearing right now, very silhouetted.
Yeah, and like they put on a voice changer.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Have to,
Very Met Gala.
Yeah.
like you don't want to like hurt your skin while you're in hell, so like you got to make sure you're fully covered. SPF 5000.
TTT. And I was also unaware if there was any.
Can you like Russian
Roulette?
mother like hood over the?
I
Is there
can.
enough to do that?
I can do that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Can you like Russian
You're trying to
mother?
hide face? Hairline?
I
Say no
wasn't.
more. I can rush. I can. Babushki
Babushka
is what
it
you're
up,
looking
yeah.
for.
Yeah, can you babushka it up?
Babushka, babushka, yeah, yeah. Kate Bush?
Kate Bush.
Yeah.
What was
Kate
the
Babushka?
Eurovision boycott Eurovision this
Oh,
year?
it was called Babushki.
Babushki was, and it was like,
Party for everybody, dance.
and it was Russian
You
Babushkis
look
doing
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. That was a good performance.
That is spot on. Thank
Your
you.
cheekbones are popping.
My
They look
God.
so
Please
good.
confirm you cannot see anymore.
We can no
Cannot
longer
see.
see.
No longer see.
We can
All
no
I
longer
can
see.
see is a beautiful peanut pod.
It's that character from Zelda, the little
Tingle?
The green. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
are you single?
Pardon?
She looks like a green bean.
IRL? Yes. Yeah. Like an edamame.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. Yeah. I mean, I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
It's definitely a Nolan North character. How would you describe your parking job when you arrived at the studio today?
You know what? I don't really drive a car.
Okay, so it wasn't a nice parking job.
It was not a nice parking job. But,
So if you don't drive a car, how would you say that you get from A to B then?
I like to get around all different kinds of ways. But you know what? I've been asleep for a long time, and I just woke up.
Oh.
And I'm a little bit confused about what's happening right now.
Is this Nolan North's link?
I'll be honest. I'm a little bit confused about what's happening right now.
Okay.
Are you... Do you feel like you're being punished right now?
Pardon?
Like, are you being taken somewhere to be punished? at this very moment?
No, no,
I know
no.
what you're
I don't
thinking.
think so.
What do you think?
Tell me about what you would do on an average day at work.
Well, me and my... can't believe that's not banned. My friends would kind of go out and, try and keep balance in the galaxy.
Balance in the galaxy.
And, just crack jokes and hang out and be a little larrikin.
Who the fuck is this character? Are you one of the characters from Fusion Frenzy?
I'm trying not to give too much away.
Are you human?
No. I'm not human.
Okay.
Are you a creature?
No.
Are you
You're like a humanoid alien.
thing?
Not exactly, no. I was created.
Are you like a
Ooh.
little toy that like a kid might have made?
Nope.
Okay.
I mean, it depends what you. I mean,
You were created.
in many ways, I guess.
you man-made?
Scientists are kids playing with toys at the end of the day. But I like to think that when my race was created, a really beautiful thing happened, and we've done a lot of good for the galaxy.
Do you encounter? Do you have main character energy?
I sure do.
Okay. Interesting.
Would
Who
you?
is this?
I don't know if you'd call yourself this, but would others maybe call you the bad guy?
Definitely not. I think I think I'm beloved by so many people. In fact, I think people would have really loved me to be around more. But I think maybe I was a bit too expensive.
Oh, I know who it is.
Is it?
Can you please tell me about the process that happens when you die?
Yeah, absolutely. There's all different kinds of things that people kind of imagine, but usually when I die, I'm reformed by light. However, there was a specific thing that happened recently. I had a face-off with someone that I really thought was my friend, and I was betrayed, and the method by which I normally come back to life was taken away from me, and I was gone for a long time. But now I'm back for some reason.
Welcome back.
Would you describe your eyes as quite big and beautiful?
Yeah,
Yeah. I know.
sure.
Not me.
Who is it?
I might be wrong.
Mm.
Witness? From Destiny?
It is not the witness from Destiny, but it is Destiny.
It is Destiny?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I haven't played.
It's Cade 6.
Hey.
Oh! Amazing.
Nice.
Right.
You know,
'Cause
I
there's-
say Nathan Fillion on them.
Oh, damn. There's only so much I know about Destiny, and I just remember the fellas with big eyes were the witnesses, yeah? Or the witness.
The witness is the latest introduction.
Yes.
I self-banned a lot of words. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell you were.
Yeah, Ghost was
Yeah.
not on that list.
When you said I can't, because you had the hood up, I was immediately like, oh, you're like an Assassin's Creed character. And then when
Yeah.
you're like, I'm not human, I was like,
I was
don't know what's
going to like
Yeah.
Starcrafty because like I'm thinking like I'm like
Yeah.
hen. I'm like, is she like Kerrigan or something?
Yeah.
Like yeah.
Yeah, big cable head. Oh, it's me.
I thought you were going to be, I don't know, like a Denperman of some sort. Or like a-
Denperman?
Yeah. You know, the new
Denperman?
Denperman?
You know the new Denperman.
Yeah.
You may
know
not remember the
new
old
Denperman.
Denperman because I don't know if it exists, but the new Denperman is a game that's
You know,
Ruby
the new
talked about.
Denperman. We saw it in the Nintendo Direct.
It's a weird one
The
with the
funny
pyramid
guys.
head dudes.
Ooh.
Thanks, guys.
Okay,
That's
Ruby.
great.
Cool.
Cool.
That's
That sounds so
so
special.
it's every day at work when I'm like,
Oh, that was the Metopia one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just be, I will be on my computer doing my little work, and then I'll just go, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and the boys will go, "That's really great, Ruby."
Me too.
And we
Honestly.
agree. Not.
I might actually get you to do the same thing Steph did, Pete, with the hood.
Ooh.
How did you do it?
What do you mean? You just put it around your face. Like a
Oh,
babushki.
sorry, I punched the mic.
Like a babushki. Party for everybody, dance.
This is so ET coded.
That'll do.
There was just like a
something.
green thread hanging down from that part.
Oh my god.
Lovely.
All right.
Lovely.
And you guys cannot see?
Cannot see.
Can't see. I can see that thread.
Yeah, it looks really annoying.
Is that good?
Perfect.
The less neck, the better, but yeah.
Okay, less neck. Can I have chin?
Still
No
got a
chin?
fair bit of hair too, but I'll
I can have hair?
no.
No hair.
No
Yeah,
hair.
if you can.
Tuck behind your ears. Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, and then wrap around your
And
neck.
then-
Now you
and
look like
then-
Mother
yeah.
Teresa.
Yeah.
It's pushing my ears
Chroma
well
key
forward.
edition.
I'm looking
It's
for a
worth it.
medical.
I think it's worth it.
Okay,
You look so beautiful.
I'm ready. Give him my scene, director. Okay, I see it.
All right.
Oh my god. That I don't like.
Hang on. Hi there.
Don't do that.
Hello.
Oh.
What's up?
Okay. The ears.
How did you get here today?
Hey, I was just jumping over buildings and stuff. Oh. I like to jump over the buildings. I like to push stuff around. I like to get into it and punch stuff with my big fists. That's what I like to do.
Wow. Who is this
Is that
character?
It's what I'm all about. I just like to get into it.
Interesting. Okay.
Would you say that you're bigger than buildings generally?
I'm not bigger than a building, but I'm buffer than a building. I'm a building man. I'm a building boy, but I'm not.
You're not a boy?
Forget the last thing I said in the context of this game where you're trying to identify me based on things that I say.
What's your motivation for jumping over buildings?
Sometimes I gotta do it because the bad guys are on the building and I'll smash them on the building. Sometimes I do it just for fun. Sometimes I do it because I have a checkpoint that's on the other side of the building and I need to traverse the buildings. That's why I do it. I do it for the love of the game.
A simple man with simple pleasures in life. And that's okay.
I also want to point out that Gus gave me 10 words I can't say, but 2 of them are the same. He seems to,
They are.
he seems to fuck it up every time.
So is it
Right.
safe to say that you're from New York City? From the Bronx?
I don't actually know where I'm from, but
Why was that so sad?
I feel good about being where I am.
I have no purpose in life.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
leaking.
So, so do you have any weapons, or do you just use your fists?
Shit, I don't know. I didn't play the game I'm in.
He uses weapons.
I think he uses like a big I use like a big Gatling gun, but I like to just use my brawn.
A Gatling gun.
Do you have like a team of people around you who are specialized in different things?
Sure I do, yeah, but they're not as special as me. I'm the most special. Sometimes I have a guy that throws a little stick. Sometimes I have a lady who has a big hammer. Sometimes I have there's other guys as well. I don't remember them all.
A lady with a hammer?
Yeah.
No.
Lady with a hammer.
Just sometimes.
Just sometimes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Point.
And you jump in
with a hammer.
Oh my god.
These gang of people, you all collected from different places that perhaps you didn't originally originate from, and now you're all together in one place.
I think we're all from the same universe, if that's what you're asking, in this multiversal meta media that we're in right now. But sure, we dilly-dally in the metaverse, in the multiverse. But hang on, I gotta get back in character. it ain't how hard you get hit, but that you keep moving forward.
Keep hitting.
You get hit, but you keep moving forward.
Can I just ask, are you human?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
Can I ask how you feel about barrels generally?
I don't think much about barrels. No, I don't think much about barrels. Sometimes, for my brethren, barrels are used for chumming. And then there's when they chum, they get all excited. But not me. I don't do barrels.
Chum.
I'm too big brain for that barrel bullshit. For the chum in the water. I don't do it.
You're not. Do you have a shell?
No, I don't got no shell.
Can you say what kind of? So you're a creature.
Yeah.
Can you say what kind of creature you are?
I could say, well, technically, yes, I can say, but I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that, I got gills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control.
Gills. That's not where I would have gone.
Gills.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean, I'm doing the voice.
Yeah, no.
Adrian!
Or like, you know the big shark, the big buff shark?
Hey!
Oh, fuck!
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
butt kiss.
Oh, yeah, okay, sure. Would you say you're part of a squad?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Good. Nice.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
His name, are you King Shark?
I don't know. Yeah, the name's on the screen. Yeah.
Oh my
That was a perfect King Shark. That was a perfect King Shark.
That was good.
Oh, God.
That was
good.
incredible. Good grief.
Girl with a hammer.
And I think isn't in the film he's played by Stallone?
I thought it was a Vin.
thought
It
he was
is
Sly.
Stallone.
Yeah.
But I think
Oh
he
my
only
God.
says like, ugh.
Yeah, he goes. He
doesn't
has
say
like
much.
baby talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He like reads a book upside down. He's like, I like to read.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There
Loz
you go.
up.
Loz, round 2.
Oh my, that was incredible.
That was really good. That accent.
That was something else.
It said brawler twice, but it didn't say shark.
Yeah, classic.
Can I pet that dog? You can't, but
Can
I
I
can.
pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Scotty, you want a little pat? Good girl. Yeah,
Oh, good girl.
Once you're comfy, Loz, just try and stay still because this one's a bit tricky for me.
I make these rules.
See, the
Shark was in
problem
there,
was I forgot that King Shark was in a game.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
That game did
Yeah.
not
I
get a lot of
forgot that
traction.
he was in a game, and I wasn't even thinking of King Shark. I think I was thinking of a shark from an old cartoon that's really buff.
When you said that, that's what I thought of too. With
Yeah.
the big.
Oh, there
What's
was
it
a
called?
do you remember
Shark.
Street Sharks?
That was exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Street
Yeah.
Sharks.
Street
I
Sharks
thought of
were off.
Street Sharks, and then I was like, was
Alright,
there a
you guys
Street
can't
Sharks
see?
game?
We can't see.
Cannot see.
Cannot see.
You ready, Loz?
I'm so ready, spaghetti.
I'm so ready to get- Oh, the reaction moment's so good.
Hi there.
Sup?
Ooh, a cool guy. Yes, that's a cool guy in the room.
I'm really gonna keep myself.
No, you just sit
You
still.
stay.
Yeah.
Josh will
I'll-
move
I'll-
you
Josh
around.
I'll fix you up.
Tweak you. Hey, cool guy.
Yeah, what's up?
What kind of ride you got?
Honestly, I ride in limousines, PJs,
Oh.
and your mum's car.
What the fuck?
These are some deep cuts. So,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Your mum's car, bitch.
Where does my mum drive and who does she drive?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you like to
Punk.
do for fun?
I like to hustle.
Ooh.
I like to have loyalty. And I like to have respect.
Chat, you may not have seen the hand gesture then, but it was like
Oh no, they're seeing a hand gesture. Don't you worry about that.
Oh my god.
Great.
Okay. Gets limos. Is a punk.
It respects hustle, loyalty,
Respects the hustle and the loyalty.
And respect.
and respect.
You respect my mum?
If you haven't got me off that. Yeah, I respect all women, but also love them. Love them down.
Love 'em?
Love 'em
dearly.
down.
Love 'em
And
down,
up?
love them dearly.
Are you a fighter as well as
Yes,
a lover? You're
I'm a fighter and a lover, and I fight for what's right.
Interesting.
Like-
not a freedom fighter.
Generally, you fight for what's right, or like right for you.
I fight for what's right.
And would you say, are you like a solo operator or do you work in a team?
I've worked in a team before, but I'm mostly like a kind of solo kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
I do my own things.
Are you
but
are you a fisticuffs kind of person, or are you a weapon? Got a weapon?
I would prefer fisticuffs. In
Okay.
fact, I quite love my hands.
You love your hands.
I love them. I show them off.
You show off your hands.
Important to me.
Okay.
What else in your life would you say is important to you? Like material things or people even.
I'm trying not to say
I know. It gets to a point where you're gonna describe shit.
Ask the question again. Sorry, what was that?
Would you say that there are things or people in your life that you value most?
Hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Of course. They're concepts.
It's important to double down on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I value potentially being hidden. Potentially, you would be surprised if I were visible.
Okay, so you're a sneaky sneaker.
Oh,
would you call yourself roguish?
Or just invisible?
Yeah.
Just invisible.
Okay.
I would call to you, I'm invisible.
Oh, is that because you're very small?
No, in fact, I'm quite big and I'm quite muscly,
Okay.
and I want you to know that.
Are you? Do you have a series of passive and active abilities and a super?
Yeah, I do have. I have a finisher.
Okay.
I have like a pretty well-known finisher. Did you know? I have two of them, actually. One of I like to say STFU sometimes.
I don't know who this character
I
is.
have no idea.
Yeah, and
who
you're
this
saying
punk
that,
is.
that I wouldn't be able to see you. Would you say that your time is now?
What time?
Oh my god!
Time's now.
You're not a video game. Well, I guess you are because
You are
would
a video
appear in
game
video
character.
I know who it is.
I'm in video games.
I don't know who it is.
You know this person though, this character.
But not from a video game potentially.
You are in video games. This is true.
I'm in like a lot of video games. I'm also, well, here's the thing. I'm me, and then also I'm a character.
Are
Both
you
the same
Nicolas
name.
Cage?
Both the same name. Under my real life name, which is the same name as my other name, but as my real name self, I act in things. I'm a big, strong man.
Have you met that shark guy we spoke to before?
Have
you worked alongside
I
him?
don't know, have I?
Oh, are you Vin Diesel?
No, but I
He
like
values the streets.
I think
And the hustle?
really
and
similar
respect.
body, right? In the sense you're buff.
I really
Vin Diesel's
love
an arc, right?
I really love kids that are about to die. I help them all out.
I don't think you. What? Oh, okay.
I help them out. I have the most kids ever that's about to die. I've hung out with them.
So you would say that you're big and you're buff.
Big buff.
Yeah.
You love to fight.
Love to fight.
But
My hands
if
are very
you
important.
Were in, let's say, some kind of role, maybe a movie role, you'd probably be a pretty goofy guy, right?
Pretty silly, goofy guy. And I'm a big, strong guy, but I love to rap as well, and like I can get a bit goofy with it. That's why I'm cool
like
and
to
I'm
rap.
a homie and I love your mum.
Can you tell me about any award ceremonies you've been to lately and what you were wearing on stage at them?
Not much. I was showing off lots of me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there you go. Who am
I'm there.
I?
I'm there.
You can't see me.
Yeah.
Oh my god! You weren't allowed to say it's.
Oh man.
That was wrestling cuts.
Did you get my joke cut?
Was that like John Cena from Fortnite or something?
Yeah.
What is
Nine
that?
kids.
It didn't look like the WWE games.
Yeah, it
so
didn't look like WWE.
it might have been.
What John Cena avatar is that? you recognize
Fortnite.
it?
It's
That
Fortnite.
was
It looks like
Fortnite,
Fortnite.
yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah.
put it back up really quick? Is that possible?
Can you clip the part where I was licking my finger?
Fortnite.
Yeah,
John
that's
Cena.
Fortnite.
Yeah. that
Why
John
is he
Cena Fortnite.
wearing 2 sweatbands on each arm?
That's what he does.
Because
Yeah.
he sweats so much.
Because
Yeah.
he's
Oh my
That's
Lord.
like his brand. He
Doing
always
it.
wears a hat.
He's
He
a
wears his
glistening
jean
boy.
shorts, and he wears all his
Yeah.
things.
Lovely.
And he
think-
says
Ruby,
hustle,
you're-
loyalty,
Ruby, you're up.
It was
respect.
it was when you were like, I forgot the hustle, loyalty, respect thing. But when you said you can't see me, I'm like, oh my
Yeah. Because I think that you can't see me, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not visible. Good
I
choice for
love
me,
that.
guys.
I was like, this is going to be a League of Legends character.
Oh,
I
that
will
would've
not
been good
recognize,
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a massive wrestling fan.
Yes.
Can you, while Ruby's getting ready,
Yes.
tell people a little bit about the video made about women's wrestling?
Hell yes, I can. Can I have a solo cam for this? So, there it is, solo. Okay, I've been watching wrestling since I was an itty bitty little girl. I must have been like, I don't know, 8. Anyway, it's really good. It's had like a lot of good progression over the years because ultimately, fundamentally, wrestling for a long time was a very, very sexist, misogynistic, racist, horrible industry with like a lot of drug addicts and like big buff men on steroids. And then it had this like big blow up in the 90s and this big blow up in the 2000s. And then it just kind of like kept progressing. And then there was a really, really horrible time for women in the industry where they were only labeled as divas. They were basically sexual objects. They would only accompany men to the ring to be like sexy. If they were actually having a wrestling match, all they would do is like have like a mud wrestling match or like a bra and panties match, which is you had to like undress yourself until whoever was wearing the least amount of clothes would lose. Stupid. Anyway, over the last like decade, especially the last 5 years, the absolute renaissance that women's wrestling has had on a global scale, mostly WWE, which is like the biggest wrestling thing ever. There was like a big evolution called the Divas Revolution where they dropped the title of divas. They started just calling them wrestlers. And I actually cannot believe the progression of how equally the women are treated to the men now. And it's just like, it's insane to think that only 10 years ago, like women's matches would get cut for time. They would only be allowed to go on for 2 to 3 minutes. If they had too good of a match, you would get punished. Like you would walk backstage and everyone would be like, you upstaged the men, how dare you? That's fucked.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. So
I wonder if like other kind of fighting sports like boxing and MMA and stuff where you've had like Ronda Rousey and stuff that those wrestlers are really well respected has had kind of like an impact on WWE.
Well, that's like a big part of it. And like, so in my video, it's basically a full history of women's wrestling. It's 2.5 hours, so you've got to strap in. It starts in the 90s. But a big thing that helped the women's revolution was Ronda Rousey coming in, because obviously she made a huge name for herself in MMA, in UFC. She was the first woman to ever get inducted to the UFC Hall of Fame, and she was done with that. And then she came over to WWE, and her star power like helped like push them forward. And women main evented WrestleMania.
I'm sure there's a lot of like institutional change that happened
Fundamentally.
there that
Yeah.
a lot of other industries could learn from.
And that's
Because we're talking about like one of the I guess obviously worst because it's bad in a lot of places
like
and
big,
everywhere,
masculine.
but it's more hidden.
Yeah.
Whereas like it's so on the surface obvious about wrestling for it to pivot so hard in such a short period of time.
That's the thing that blows my mind is how quickly the pivot happened and how genuine the pivot feels. Like it actually really feels like women are treated equally. They are constantly like putting on as good as or better matches than the men. They are like main eventing WrestleMania for the first time ever. Like WrestleMania is the biggest wrestling event ever. It's honestly awesome. And like being in like gaming and esports, such a male-dominated industry, and there's like we're so far away from any semblance of like equality in that way is like, I don't know. Sometimes I watch like a wrestling pay-per-view and like I cry when the women's matches are on. Because, like, I just can't believe that I'm like watching history and like equality happening.
Yeah.
Anyway, go watch my video. Look it up. The entire history of women's wrestling on the Loz Copy channel.
Nice.
Do it.
Thanks, guys.
After this.
You cannot see.
Not now, later.
Cue it. Cue it up. We've got ourselves another babushka.
Babushka.
You look like very fabulous. Can I just say?
You do, and the little
like you make somehow you
sparkle.
make that work so beautifully.
I'm glad because I feel very silly right now. And warm.
We can't see. Oh no.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Hello.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Tell us about your journey here today. How'd you arrive here today?
Round.
What? You
Round?
round?
I went around.
What the fuck?
I feel like I already know.
Really?
Yep.
You went around to get here. You're a monkey.
I've
Fuck.
got like multiple monkeys in my head. I'm like,
Yeah.
which do I go for?
Tell us about a little bit about your last video game appearance.
Many other monkey.
Okay, lots of monkey. Okay. You got any clues?
Do you how do you like to get to, do you like music?
Not more than the average monkey.
Oh, okay.
Are you a girl?
No,
So you're not the pink.
I'm boy
Okay.
monkey.
Boy monkey. Are you would you say that you are a more prominently featured monkey than the other monkeys that appear in and around your game? Or are you just one of many?
Oh, I'd say so.
You're more important or you're one of many?
Yeah,
Damn it, I keep
I'm the
asking.
most important.
You're the most important. You're the most important. Okay, you're the most important monkey.
Would you say that? So would you say that you exist in a franchise of many adventures?
Many, yes. Adventures? I don't know.
Do you do a lot of like puzzle-based activities?
No. I go fast.
You go fast as a monkey.
Would you?
And I go around.
Do you like to roll?
You go fast and around.
Would you say sometimes? Would you?
I love to do that.
Okay.
Would you have stepped and rolled?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you have.
Okay. What's the name of those characters?
I don't know.
You came around because were you on top of a sphere when you arrived? Is that how it works?
No.
I don't know.
In one.
Yeah.
In. Yeah. Fusion Frenzy. Are you from Fusion Frenzy?
Are you a monkey? Are you a monkey from Super Monkey Monkey Ball?
I.
Yeah. I remember playing. I played Super Monkey Ball Step and Roll. That was one that I remember.
Step and roll.
Yeah. I am I.
My God, that terrified me. Lovely, well done.
Super Monkey Ball.
Amazing.
Steph, you got one more character to do, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, nice.
Speaking.
As a monkey. Speaking on behalf of all monkeys.
All monkeys ever?
I'd just like to say something on behalf of all monkeys.
Yeah, please do.
That was really offensive.
And also ape together strong.
Ape together strong.
Ape together strong, I
Yeah.
respect.
Could you pass me my glasses again?
Yes.
I did not say where I put them. I
They stayed on the table.
just want to. It's like almost a little not sneak,
Really
but
hungry.
attempt a tease.
Oh yes.
A tease.
And a tease.
For an upcoming game plan. I just want everyone to know that I got Gus to say something very funny.
He's already
very
referenced. He
good,
has referenced it in
He's
chat.
referenced it.
Do you know the monkeys found me?
Oh, Gus, you ruined it. Oh, Gus spoiled his own thing.
I know.
He also
No,
didn't
but
say
it's
it
still
right.
very
He loves to
funny.
spoil.
It's
Yeah.
funny to hear.
Yeah. That will be funny next week.
That will be funny next week.
Oh, you better believe it'll be funny next week. Next week when you're laughing, you'll think back to this time and be like, ah, they were right. It was funny.
It was.
It was
They are
funny.
Yeah.
Screens are off.
Screen's gone.
Hit us up.
Ready, Steph?
Did I sound like a monkey?
Yeah, you
Yes,
sound
you did
like a
very
monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
like proper zoo monkey.
Yeah.
Like a well-educated monkey.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi.
Are you yet?
Hi.
Hi.
Another cool character. We have a lot of cool characters today. And then we had your monkey.
Where are you from? The coolest character of all, of course.
Well, I'm from I'm from a place.
Aren't we all?
That is good
It's,
to know.
it's a place like many other places that I'm sure you would you'd know and you'd recognize. Just a humble place.
Humble place.
That's so true.
What do you do in this humble place?
I would love to tell you.
Okay.
Damn it.
But
Okay.
you know what? Sometimes it's a difficult pastime. I really try to rely on my imagination to create stories wherever I go.
Okay.
Are you cool Minecraft Steve?
No.
What about Minecraft Steve, but not cool?
But not cool.
Not uncool.
No. No, I'm getting the vibe that this is not Minecraft Steve.
I'm loving this pal.
Have you? How did you get here today?
You know what? It's like I went to sleep and when I woke up, I was just here. It's crazy how this kind of happens.
Hey, it's just like the last guy.
I know.
carried six?
I know.
I will say, I think this might be the best one, the best looking one we've ever done. Like,
Amazing.
this is so
Okay.
spot on, and the pout is really, really good.
Okay.
So are you out for revenge?
I'm not sure actually.
Do you know who you are?
I know who I am, but I don't know a lot about my latest experience.
Do you have amnesia or?
Maybe.
Fuck. The amnesia trope is not as played anymore.
Yeah.
I can't think of characters more than
A lot of the time, previously I spent a lot of time in darkness, but
in darkness.
sometimes, like my last character, I really relied upon the light. I don't think that was such a big deal for me this time, but I can't be sure.
Okay.
Is it another?
Oh, I know who it is. I'll ask a question that doesn't give it away too quickly. Can you tell me if can you tell me a little bit about the woman who runs the cafe in town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a girl. She's a special lady. And I thought she was special then, but more recently she had her own special adventure.
Oh my god.
And
Okay.
she really had her moment to shine.
Yeah.
Do you like to dance?
Sure do.
Yeah.
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 Hell yes, I do. Love to dance. Love to dance. Love to create stories. And I spend a lot of time asleep,
Yeah.
wishing that I was awake.
And I know this is getting a little meta, but I like to think that you have a very good relationship with, what some may call your creator. Would you say he also likes to dance? Maybe at big events?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I think so.
But I'm just a humble video game character.
I'm pretty sure that's right. Yeah. Based on the situation I find myself in right now.
Are you clued in?
Nope.
Can you tell me about
I think I'm gonna be.
how's the book coming along?
Oh, it's coming along great. It's coming along great. A lot of ideas, a lot of great moments, I think. Right now, I'm thinking about putting this little moment in it. It's gonna have a lot of dancing, a lot of moving, a lot of shaking.
You know, you love riding and you love to dance, but would you say that, scary things often happen around you?
Sure. Yeah. Like all the time,
Yeah.
actually. And the things that I used in the past to kind of deal with that, I don't think I can rely on that anymore. As efficiently. Unless I'm wrong about that.
Can I ask, did you see the video that I made at the end of last year appreciating your video game?
I did definitely see that. It's been a while and I can't.
Why didn't you
quite
respond to
call it-
my DMs?
Okay. Well, listen, buddy. I think you're great. I really do. I got a lot of fans, and I can't write back to all of them.
I think you guys can get it.
I love you,
Oh,
Alan.
yeah, they know.
I love you, Alan.
I love you too.
Alan Wake.
I love you too.
It's Alan Wake.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
Hey, and dancing, Alan.
Yeah.
That does look
And
good.
look, there's Sam Lake right next to him.
Ride a famous lake, small town. Woo! That was spot on. That was great.
Yeah.
Well done. No personal questions.
I love Sam Lake. I love that.
Me too.
man. I think
He's a perfectly
like,
quirky man.
I had the dream opportunity to have Sam Barlow on Pocket Buds, and
Yeah.
meeting Sam Barlow was awesome. He was so cool and so down to earth, and now we're besties. Like, if I could get Sam Lake on, I'd lose my mind.
You think it would be your best Sam?
I think it'd be a beautiful addition to my collection of
collection of
fantastic Sams.
Okay.
Yeah.
Collect the whole Sam set.
Yeah. If someone can get him to come to South by Southwest, please.
Absolutely.
Please.
Ruby top 5 Sams.
That was it. Everyone
Top
said you
five
go.
Sams.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was Celebrity Head Jobs, one of our favorite games on the show. Well done, everyone. Smash that.
That was so
Love
much fun.
That was fun.
that. I think John Cena was a highlight for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, for
Took
sure.
me a long time to get it, but it was fantastic.
Who knows?
Fantastic.
Incredible.
Well done. We'll be back right after this break.
Are you tired of the chair you're sitting in stabbing you in the lower back because of a stray spring? Do you feel like you're in a saw trap when you're just trying to play fork knife? Well, have no fear, the Buri Gamer Chair is here. For too long, the gamer chairs on sale have been lacking in a myriad of legal ways. The average gamer chair is made without the legal protections and materials that the Buri Gamer Chair can provide. But this is all language for the litigious. If you're not a hotshot law guy like me, you have no interest in this stuff. No interest. So I'm gonna speak to you in your language. The gamer language. Buri Gamer Chair is crafted with precision and designed for those who wish to fight hard on the virtual battlefield and fight even hard for weekend visits with their child. The Buri Gamer Chair is not just a chair, it's your personal stand. Every curve and stitch has been meticulously engineered to make you feel legally secure while you game. The Buri Gamer Chair does not protect the user from committing acts of defamation or verbal targeted harassment over voice chat or live on stream. The user is still legally responsible for their actions while sitting in the Buri Gamer Chair. Made with comfort in mind, the Buri Gamer Chair is justice for more than just us. It comes with customizable lumbar support, adjustable armrests, and a built-in gavel and block to really bring order to any heated gamer moment. The Buri Gamer Chair is more than just a seat. It's a legally binding agreement to play hard. Is that real? That kind of sounds like bullshit. So if you're over the cheap seats and you're ready to sit in style with the knowledge that every piece of material that you're sitting on is fighting for your ride to comfort, call 13-BURI-BURI, that's 13-2874-2874 to get your Buri Gamer Chair today.
My lord?
Huh?
He's here.
Oh. Ah, well, if isn't the brave. Adventurer.
Roll up, one and all. Game on Cancer Day is nearly upon us and the carnival is almost in town. Join us for a 12-hour charity live stream bonanza hosted by the Skill Up and Back Pocket teams with special guests Ben Starr, Kinda Funny's Greg Miller, Alana Pierce, and many more. There'll be games, there'll be prizes, and you bet there'll be all sorts of clownery and tomfoolery. And best of all, it's for a great cause. So pack yourself and many of your friends into a teeny tiny car and head on over to twitch.tv on Sunday, June 23rd from 9 a.m. and put your support towards cancer research.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. We just saw a bunch of stuff. We saw a word from Reese Wild. I was like, I got this,
We
guys.
saw stuff.
Chill. What did we watch?
I've seen this.
And we saw the ad for Burry Burry. Ruby as a very aggressive lawyer.
Yeah.
As she should
She'll get
be.
shit done.
I'll fight for you. Maybe.
Maybe. But we also saw something that we're going to talk about for 5-10 minutes now, which you saw at the end there. Game on Cancer, have Game on Cancer Day coming up this weekend, Sunday. It's happening in this studio, and we are very fortunate to be a part of it. We've been working with Game on Cancer for a couple of years now, and we are teaming up with Skill Up and Skill Up's team. So Ralph will be in the studio, as well as some of his team, as well as the Game on Cancer team, the Cure Cancer team here in Australia. And it's going to be a massive day. We've got a bunch of guests that are going to be popping in. We'll talk about it in a little bit more detail, but I do want to say that this conversation is sponsored by Dump Days.
Hey.
So we'll chat about it in a second because, of course, we've got to look at a wonderful comic first from Dump Days.
Yes.
People are already shouting out stuff in the chat. Hold your horses. That's it. How many panels is this comic, Josh?
4.
It's a 4-paneler. Loz,
There's a couple of
Hello.
characters.
we'll give you a character.
Okay. John Cena?
It probably will be a visible character.
Oh.
Apologies. Can we
Sad.
please see a panel uno? Do you want to be chin beard guy
On the left.
on the left? Black t-shirt.
Why is everyone jumping?
Steph, you can be white shirt guy.
I don't know, but it's happening from New York to San Francisco, apparently.
What? Oh no, it's coming.
Huh?
Is a bus about to break through the door?
There's no time. It's coming.
What's coming?
The Venga bus is coming, and everybody's jumping.
New
From
York to San Francisco,
and in a city disco. The wheels of steel are turning, the traffic lights are burning. So if you like to party, come on and move your body.
I fucking love the tension of that comic because from at least the end of that, I reckon I had it from the end of the first panel, and I knew a bus was gonna break through. It's just waiting for it to happen. Very exciting.
I've got something to tell you.
DMCA. Thank you very much, Dump Days. Really appreciate your support.
DMCA
For those,
for singing.
no, it's totally fine. If you nailed it,
Nah.
Surely
you get
not.
pretty
Do like a
close.
whole percussion.
We're not singing close enough. We are bumping our very good gameplay segment tonight. And thank you to those of you who were excited about the game that we shared for anyone at our gold tier patronage. We asked you to participate. We will do that. Not today though. So apologies that we had you jump in early and make a purchase, a $7 purchase, but a purchase nonetheless. So we'll make sure that we do play that with you in the near future. But let's talk about Game on Cancer.
Yeah.
This is a project that started was brought up at the end of last year. They did one last year. But we spoke to the Game on Cancer team at the end of last year, and they knew they had this thing coming up, and we were super excited to be a part of it. And when it turned out that it was going to be in our new studio, it kind of all felt quite fortuitous. Ruby, you've been like producing the show with the team and with Ralph.
Yeah.
We've got some massive guests.
Oh my God, we got some massive guests.
I mean, they're Ralph's guests, really.
Well, that's the thing. Shouts out to Ralph because
superstar.
Old Mate's got quite a number of connections.
Yeah.
And we're very appreciative to him for pulling it out.
Yeah.
We love Ralph, but yeah, it's been oh my God, like such an exciting thing to put together. I generally, a little behind the scenes chat. It's still my first day at the company. So I'm fairly new. However, I've been very involved in back pocket stuff, and only kind of more recently in this year been getting more involved in the Loki side of stuff. And this Game on Cancer Day is kind of the first thing that I'm involved in a big way. And it's awesome. It feels really, really cool and exciting to be a part of. And Game on Cancer, we've been doing stuff with them for ages. So like getting the opportunity to put on such a big show for them is huge. And we got we got so many good guests. Can I say all of them?
Yeah.
You can say some that some of our audience might not know.
Yeah. Well, we've got the big ones that have been announced. We've got Ben Starr, who you might know as
Voice of Clive.
Voice of Clive from Final Fantasy 16.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the auditioned voice of Mario. Sadly, he did not get it.
Those videos he
We'll
does
talk
on
to him a
social
lot
are
about
so
that.
great.
Yeah. Oh, we will. We've also got to star alongside him. We have Jen English, the voice of Shadowheart.
Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
I
And
need to bring her a night orchid.
please, it's her favorite. Oh, you have to.
She does love Shart.
Yeah. Yeah, we got shot. We're shotting here.
We got some shots in chat.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
It's going to be amazing. And we've got Greg Miller from Kind of Funny, shouts out.
Nice.
Kind of Funny rocks, so I'm super keen for that as well. Paris from Kind of Funny will be coming on. And my good friend of the show, friend of Pocket Buds, Eric Bedour will be joining us, as well as Mr. A Game, who is a huge Nintendo YouTuber, super stoked. And who else?
Alana
Pierce is coming on.
The Queen.
The one that got away, right?
The
She left the
Queen.
country.
She
She
did.
made it in America.
Onto bigger and better things.
She got out of
Literally.
like local games journalism.
Yeah.
She did
Good-
what
good
literally
stuff.
like most video games journalists want to do and move away
Skedaddle.
and get into making games. And
Yeah.
she did the darn thing.
Yeah.
And she's going to reveal the next God of War. I'm not going to do that.
Kidding,
She's not
joking,
gonna do
satire,
that.
She was
satire,
at
parody.
IGN for a while, then she
Parody.
was at Rooster Teeth, and now she works for PlayStation.
Yeah, now she
Yeah.
works for Santa Monica Studio,
Monica Studios,
which is huge. And
Oh,
we've-
Scotty just woke up.
hi, Scott.
Oh, Scotty will be there.
morning.
She's like, she looks so
Alana?
confused.
Scotty will be there.
Good morning,
what's
my
happening?
darling.
The thing about it, I mean, and as we're going through the guests, is this is such a this is the tent pole of what Game on Cancer do. You know, they have events throughout the year where they're fundraising. This is the big tent pole for them, and to have an international talent list. You know, Ben's in the UK. We've got a lot of people calling in from the US, and we'll be interacting with them throughout a 12-hour show. We're really touching base with the the entire gaming industry.
Yeah, totally.
We're hitting Europe, we're hitting the States, we're hitting Australia, and for people to give their time to do that, it's really wonderful. It is a back pocket show, so it will be fun. It will be entertainment the whole way through.
And
we're going to be playing dumb games like we did tonight.
Well, you might see a few games being played on Sunday that seem pretty familiar. Familiar. And really quick, I also just want to say, because obviously we've got Ralph from Skill Up on, so it only makes sense that we go full FPS. And we've also got Lucy James and Jake Baldino coming on, which I'm super stoked for.
Yep.
I love FPS, so like I'm super keen.
It's funny, like we have all these segments in the show, and like the great thing about having so many people that are appearing on the show is that it's going to give, when we do our back pocket 12-hour shows, we're on for most of that 12 hours, and it's exhausting.
And we bring on friends every now and then, but
yeah, we've got plenty of time to have breaks, and half of these things I'm just keen to sit and watch.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna be watching FPS, and I'm gonna be.
Oh, surely you're all gonna have like seats like here behind the set, like watching.
Yeah.
There's we got a viewing area upstairs. Like,
hell yeah.
I think that's what's
program
been
feeds,
the most kind of like exciting part of putting it all together is like we're getting so many different faces on this, and we're putting so much kind of work into making it fun and exciting. We're thinking of really new, exciting ways to entertain you, and it's where we're going gung ho with how this whole place looks. Let me tell you, it's gonna look freaking crazy.
And so cool to have this incredible space to do it.
Oh my god, totally. And then the best part, it's all for a really, really good cause. Like the fact that we get to put on this big song and dance to raise money for cancer research is so cool. You know, it makes it feel like it's not just a song and dance for the sake of a song and dance. You know what I mean? Like it's actually like we're putting out good in the world, and that rocks. That's really sick.
I just want to say, like, you may have seen in the video there that I was doing a little bit of science before. I tried really hard. I haven't quite stumbled. I haven't cracked it yet, but but I gave it a red hot go.
I'm always saying you're really good.
I'm still on the case.
You're on the case. Yeah, you're gonna figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
Part of, talking about that day in particular, the fact that we've been working alongside, been privileged to be able to help promote what Game on Cancer do. We don't do anywhere near what they do for the cause, but we've been attached to it for so long now that we've had the opportunity to go and meet the people that the money that gets donated goes to, and see where the research is, and it's cool to be a part of this thing, and very excited for Sunday. It's going to be a massive day. It's
going to be so much fun.
We'll be very, very sleepy on Monday.
Oh, yes. we keep like talking about the segments. Like, behind this, when we're working on them all and putting it all together and like thinking up new ideas and buying stuff for it, and it's every time a segment feels kind of like finished and ready to go, every time I'm just like, oh, this is going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So please, here's the trailer that Gus put together. Those graphics and more you'll see on Sunday as well. There's a lovely graphics package that's going to be attached to this whole show. We've had Gat.
He's selling it on the graphics.
The graphics are fun. It's fun. Look how fun that is.
Hey guys,
I want to see that show.
You're such a producer.
I want to watch it.
You guys are going to go nuts for this graphics package.
Let me tell you. I'm pretty sure she's got 2 N's in her name.
I think it's ALANAH.
Look at the science.
Okay,
right?
cool.
That's me thinking that I just cured cancer and then realizing that I didn't.
You did.
You're doing science.
The scientist.
Yeah.
I love those glasses on.
We will be live from 9 a.m. on Sunday. Please be there if you can, or just pop in during the day. We're going to be live for 12 hours, so we don't expect you to be there for all of it. But there's plenty of cool prizes to win. So you'll benefit from being there for all of the day. You'll see some fun stuff.
Yeah.
You'll see us get hit with all sorts of nonsense, and you can participate in that but as you donate throughout the day.
Oh, cool.
So very, very excited for it, and we'll love to see as many of you there as possible.
Not only will you get to potentially win cool prizes, but you might also win the opportunity to see us suffer.
Yes. Which is more than half the reward of rocking up on the day.
Oh my goodness.
It's going to rock.
So yeah, we'll see you on Sunday. But coming up next is the post show, and the post show is brought to us by BMAC. BMAC is a lovely man and our newest segment sponsor. If you missed last week, we have a very cool thing that we do for BMAC. BMAC is a film reviewer. If you haven't seen his website, it is tldrmoviereviews.com. He has been a prolific film reviewer for many, many years. Film, TV, games, he does a whole lot of stuff. But the cool thing about his website is that he TLDRs all of his reviews at the top as well. So what I'm going to do now is read a TLDR of a film review to you all. You're going to tell me which film it was.
Oh, rad. Love that.
Okay, so TLDR, a film that is desperately trying to differentiate itself from the past while still hinting at all the same story points.
Oh, I know.
Mm?
Is it Star Wars The Force Awakens?
No.
Wow, you went in hard with very
I know,
little information.
the confidence of, I know.
Sounded like it.
That's all you're giving us?
Is it like
That's
recent?
the TLDR. That's the point. It's
Is
really
it
short.
recent?
It is from 2020.
Oh.
Wait, say it again.
Pre-COVID?
A film that is desperately trying to differentiate itself from the past while still hitting at all the same story points. It got 3 out of 5 stars.
From 2020.
There is no post-credit scene.
That
One of the
suggests it's an
Avengers?
MCU film.
It is not, but it is a Disney film.
It is a
Disney
Disney film?
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's a live-action remake.
Lion King?
It is not Lion King.
2020.
Aladdin?
It is not Aladdin.
What were the live action remakes that Disney did?
You're going to be so annoyed when you hear
Beauty
it.
and the Beast.
No.
Can
Cinderella.
I guess
Yes.
it? Is it The Little Mermaid?
No.
That was more recent, I thought. Is it
It's Milan. It's Milan.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Yeah,
was a
because
live-action
you
remake
saw it
of
in
Milan?
chat. I saw
No,
you see it in chat.
No, I didn't. I saw Ruby was in Star Wars and I thought about that cool story I have.
It was Mulan. Very well done. Coming up next is the post show. Thanks to BMAC. Thank you very much, BMAC. And thank you for film reviewing. Everyone go and check out that website, tldrmoviereviews.com. The post show is coming up next. The post show is where we talk to you guys. We're going to spend a lot more time talking to chat. We're going to answer some of your questions. We're going to look at our creative channel on Discord, where we'll see, I'm sure, some hilarious things. To get access to the post show, you need to be a part of the Patreon, and you need to be at the gold tier on Patreon. We couldn't make this show without your support, so thank you so much to those of you who support us on Patreon, particularly those of you at the gold tier. Loz,
Hi.
thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, thank you for joining me in my new studio. That I paid for.
Your new studio.
Oh,
that's cool.
I thought I'd wait to the end of the show to announce this.
Guys.
But I'm the new owner of Loki.
Oh,
I love what you've
you're
done
a landlord
with it.
now?
Yeah, it's big.
That's crazy.
You're all fired. Scotty.
Look,
can stay.
Scotty's celebrating.
Can you tell us where we should be looking for your content? And obviously, we've heard a bit about what you
Back
do.
Pocket. I own it now.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Loz
That's
Copy
easy.
is me, like everywhere. Yeah, LOZ COPY. I also have a esports kind of content channel called Griefed, and also I upload Minecraft videos to an account called Olive Stone Craft. So if you want nice ambience or fun long play build videos, you can find me there. Otherwise, fuck off.
Fair.
Otherwise,
Fair.
That's
We have your
beautiful.
Arkle Plays. We have your number 1 Loz Copy fan here, and we also have your number
Thanks,
8.
Aki.
Oh my god!
Loz Copy
And perhaps
fan.
we have 2 to 7 as well. Who knows?
We will never know.
They might just be lurking.
They're in there
They'll be
somewhere.
somewhere.
Oh, we've got
number
Snug
2?
Boy is number 2, of course.
Oh,
Snug
Maddie's
Boy,
number 1?
Snug Boy. Thank you so much, Snug Boy. Number
Wait,
2
but
Loz
Maddie's
fan.
number 1. Oh my
Oh no, you can't have 2
days.
number
We've got
1s unless you have 2 number 1s and Snug Boy's number
That's
3.
11.
We'll have to work it out.
fight to the death,
what?
fight to the death.
I feel like I have a little bit of claim to fan number 0 of Lauren.
Oh,
He's pretty OG. He did
Yeah,
help
yeah.
me get. He recommended me for my biggest job I've ever had.
That
so.
being said, I think I'm probably -1
Yeah,
considering I've known you and loved you since I was 14.
Since
You
the Habbo
have.
days.
We have been children.
Yeah.
Ruby
yeah.
groomed me. This
Yeah,
is my
that's-
story.
That is.
It
We
all
are the same
started on a
age.
cold
are
winter
the same.
day.
that doesn't mean you can't groom. Pocket Buds is out on Monday.
I groomed
Why don't
her-
you tell us about that, you little groomer?
I groomed her like an elephant would be by a
or,
bird.
or a monkey. You picked nits out of her hair and ate them.
Yeah, that's actually what we do when we first hang out.
My nits.
I ate her nits. Ugh. It's fine. Ew.
She loved it.
Anyway, Pocket Buds. Great news. Also bad news. Not so much bad news, just neutral news. Pocket Buds, the new episode is going to be with the ever so lovely award-winning games journalist and president of the Science Journalists Association, Jackson Ryan, who came on to talk about video games journalism and how it's really cool and weird now. But it's not coming out till Monday because we are very, very busy making sure the Game on Cancer Day stream is the best freaking stream it can be. So there's a picture of me crying and saying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But it will be out on Monday, which means, great news, you'll get 2 new Pocket Buds episodes in 1 week.
Yep.
Slay.
Love it.
I'm
And you'll have a good
sorry.
recovery piece of content for Monday while you're recovering from a 12-hour live
TTT.
stream on Sunday.
Your eyes are so tired, but you have to listen.
So tired. I will also be streaming on Monday in our regular Monday slot. We have the Halo Reach team ready. So we're playing through Halo Reach on Monday from 4 p.m. is the plan. That is our show. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone for tuning in to the show tonight, especially for those of you who support us on Patreon. Please share the show with your friends and family, and head to backpocket.gg for links to our Discord, our socials, our Redbubble store. We will be back next week. We've got a very special episode next week. We'll reveal more at the start of next week. I don't think we've announced it yet, but there's a special episode of Back Pocket next Thursday, which is going to be sick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry, one sec. Please hold.
Holding.
Shit, where is it? I'm sorry, Will.
Holding.
Please still hold.
Holding.
We're holding.
Okay.
Why are we in a TARDIS?
Oh, sorry, dropped it. Hello, Loki Studios. How goes the stream?
Good.
Good, thanks.
Don't
Thanks,
answer that,
Will.
I can't hear you. Oh, Sonic's
okay.
picking something up. Something dangerous. Something is weaving your destinies, controlling everything you see here. And I'm sorry if they've been in control for the last 3 hours. That's just Josh. Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm on my way. Might just be a tad late. Trouble with the thermocouplings. Will's on it. I'm not. He's trying. I'll shoot for next Thursday, 7 p.m. Same bat time, same bat channel. Big old whopping Doctor Who special with Nicotex, Peyton, and that guy over there. Do I reverse the polarity? Yes. No. Oh, dear. Sorry, gotta go.
Wow, he's so good.
He's so good.
He's so good.
That was great.
You can tell that he is a massive Doctor Who fan. Almost
he's got such
pathetically
riz.
so.
He's got such riz.
He's got
Oh,
such a, he does
I'm
have-
always saying he's so
Ultimate
goated with
riz.
the sauce.
Yeah.
He's go
He's a
with the
quirked up
sauce.
white boy. I'm always
Yeah.
saying that about Will.
Ain't that
Yeah.
the tea? Ain't that
Yeah.
the tea? So yes, okay, we're announcing right now. Next Thursday night's episode of Back Pocket is a Doctor Who special starring William, Peyton, and Nicotex, with support from the rest of the Back Pocket team. But we're very excited to fulfill that anniversary promise. The latest season of the show has been a mixed bag, and Will is very excited to talk about it. And it's going to be so lovely to have Nick and Peyton in here to talk through it as well. There's some fun segments. There's some discussion about the show. So if you're interested in Doctor Who, and if you know someone who is, next week might be a very fun episode of Back Pocket to bring them along to introduce them to the kind of show that we make here. We will be back next week with that. For those of you at the Back Pocket tier, we'll see you very shortly in the post-show. To everyone else, we're backing it out. Ruby, see ya.
Bye.
Loz, goodbye.
Bye.
Stephanie, see ya.
Goodbye.
And me, bye now.
Goodbye. Fish fingers and custard.